This is Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals.
Hey, very delightful good evening to you, and welcome to Dolphin Stadium in Gulf Breeze. Tonight, Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals pits the Catholic Crusaders against the Gulf Breeze Dolphins. Hi again, along with Jeff Price, I'm Tommy Thrall. We'll check in with a third member of our broadcast team, Jacqueline Kovac, in a moment. Jeff, should be a fun matchup. Both of these teams really are coming off pretty strong week ones. Of course, Catholic, they've been struggling recently, but played a very good Navarre team tough last week. Meanwhile, Gulf Breeze experienced a resurgence last season. They're trying to keep that momentum rolling. They cruised over Pascagoula last week. So, with that said, this could be a pretty fun matchup tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. And I tell you, we got a great crowd out here at Gulf Breeze tonight. We got great weather. Been a real tough one, with all the weather with Harvey, which we want to keep those people in our prayers. But yeah, absolutely.
Should be fun tonight. Couple of guys to keep an eye on. On one side, Tyler Dittmer's been outstanding. On the other side, you've got Abram Smiley, probably playing for just a little bit more than a standard rivalry game tonight.
Yeah, funny thing with Abram Smiley, he actually got hurt in this game last year. So I think he's got a little motivation behind it. But he had 3 touchdowns in the loss to Navarre last week. And let's talk about Tyler Dittmer. Tyler Dittmer had 17 carries for 252 yards. I think it should be a pretty fun matchup.
Let's check in now with Jacqueline Kovac with a Mattress Outlet sideline report.
Yes, guys, we are here tonight at Gulf Breeze High School, and right now fans are getting ready for what they consider a rival match between these two high schools. Last year, it was a pretty good showdown, but Gulf Breeze, they did pull off the win last year, and we'll see how these two teams match up tonight. And you know what? They have great weather to do so. Earlier in the week, we were anticipating some rain for this evening, but you know what? We have blue skies, a little bit of cloud covering, but no rain in sight, so we'll see how this game goes tonight. Back to you.
Thanks, Jacqueline. Now it's time for our Hampton Hyundai Keys to the Game. Jeff, both sides very similar. We know we've got 2 good offenses today, so when we look at our keys, both of them need to run the ball effectively, and on the other side, the quarterbacks have to play smart.
Oh, absolutely. I think the key to this game is actually the defenses. Both defenses, of course, Catholic in the loss getting routed a little bit last week. They're looking for an upside in this game against Gulf Breeze, and Gulf Breeze pitching a shutout, and hey, nothing better than that.
No doubt. It should be a fun one tonight. It's Gulf Breeze and Catholic locking horns tonight in Gulf Breeze. Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals kicks off next. Time for kickoff on Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals. Gulf Breeze will be kicking off to the Crusaders. Gulf Breeze, a week 1 win last week over Pascagoula, playing here at Dolphin Stadium. Now Spencer Worth kicks it deep. Actually, it's going to be a short kick. It'll be fielded at the 30. And that's where Catholic will have it to start. To Darius Dunn catching the short kickoff from Spencer Worth. And we'll get our first look at the Catholic offense tonight. Garrett Foley leads the Crusaders out onto the field. The senior, 6'3", 185-pounder. He has some weapons in the backfield. We talked about Abram Smiley in the open. He's going to be fun to watch. And here's their offense, and it starts up front.
Yeah, we have Justin Massey up front, as well as Charles Thompson, followed by Robert Parker, Ethan Watson, and Lasquetti Dominic.
That unit does a pretty good job, but the pocket collapses, still gets the pass off, but it's incomplete, underthrown for Jay Peterson. You look at the receivers, and this is a really good receiving core that Catholic has. Jay Peterson certainly in the mix. Defensively, though, for Gulf Breeze, they're going to try to put some pressure on this Catholic offense. Some guys with some big games last week. Noah Young, 20 tackles, 4.5 of those for loss. Lamar and Denby both with sacks last week as well. The handoff goes to Smiley. Nowhere for him to go up the middle. In fact, Catholic lost a yard on the second down play.
Lost a yard on the play. Yeah, it looked like we had Noah Young once again in the backfield, although I believe, is that Nate Herrick? Making the tackle right there.
They like to put some pressure on the quarterback. Catholic will send out 3 receivers out to the right side. They have 4 wide and an empty backfield. Foley from the gun, hands off to the motion man. Little bit of room up the field, but only about 6 yards maybe to the 36-yard line. Christian Murphy got the carry. Motioning to the right, it'll bring up 4th down now. 5 yards to go for the first down. They need to get to the 41, and Catholic will be forced to punt, it looks like. Yes. And it will be Murphy here to punt. Nate Herrick's back to return. And Tyler Dittmer also. Murphy gets the punt away. It's headed Dittmer's way. He'll return it from the 31, but he had trouble finding the handle. Somehow, amidst the hits, he's still able to bring that in and keep from losing the football.
That was a great recovery. It could have been a great little turnover there for Catholic.
Dittmer, huge in the backfield for Gulf Breeze. He'll stay on the field now as we see their offense for the first time, and Dalen Kelly leads off a pretty powerful Dolphin unit.
On the line, we got Coleman Burt, we got Ben Petkovic, Matthew Hawkins, Deems Edlund, and Adam Schwarting.
Those guys try to open up some room and give Dittmer a little space, also give Kelly quite a bit of protection. First down and 10 from the 40. Kelly will hand it off up the middle. Dittmer will get the carry on the first play from scrimmage. Remember last week, he had a 62-yard run, his first touch of the game that went the distance. Defensively for Catholic, they've got some playmakers. Got to keep an eye on them. Jalen Drayton and Murphy at safety. Kaheem Coleman also gets some pretty good pressure on the quarterback a lot. Dittmer lit up in the backfield. The ball comes out, but they'll say incomplete. Dittmer was just smoked on that play.
Yeah, it looked like Tadarius Dunn read it the whole way, and he really laid the lick there to old Dittmer.
Trying a bubble screen, but Dittmer, really Gulf Breeze pretty fortunate. Kendall Skoros, who picked that up, would have been to the house if they would have ruled that a backwards pass.
Oh, without a doubt.
Incomplete, though, and it's 3rd down and 7. Dittmer, powerful guy, so he can take hits like that. Kelly to throw it. Under pressure, dumps it off underneath, but nowhere to go. They, in fact, lost a yard on that play. A short little underneath.
Yeah, it looked like Matthew Hawkins made the catch on that one, actually, the offensive lineman. Don't see that too often. Looks like he kind of got in the way.
There's a flag down. I think he's able to catch that. Here are our officials today from the Miracle Strip Officials Association. And that's exactly what it'll be, illegal touching. Our referee is Mark Humphreys. Alan Turner's the umpire. Billy Spites is the linesman. Line judge is Troy Robinson. Back judge is Mike Brennan. Tim Huggins and Fred Gold also on the crew upstairs. The penalties decline because it's 4th down, so Gulf Breeze will punt it away.
We talked about early, the defense is stepping up.
Both defenses forcing a 3 and out. Good indication.
Yeah, Catholic, they looked pretty stingy on defense to start off with a high-powered offense over there in Gulf Breeze.
Bobby Clayton does a nice job of making adjustments in game. He had to do that. He said, as good as they were offensively last week against Pascagoula, there were still some opportunities where they were able to make some adjustments in game, and some good things that came from that win, albeit lopsided against Pascagoula. Really good team that's often a ranked team in the state. End-over-end punt. Takes a Gulf Breeze bounce, though, to the 20-yard line where it'll come to rest. Catholic with a long field ahead of them. So it'll be 1st and 10. The Crusaders, just like the Dolphins, 3 and out on their first possession.
Yeah, we talk about for Gulf Breeze a lopsided win last week. I think the toughest thing for coaches is to keep your players interested the whole time. It's really easy to kind of be lackadaisical. So I'm sure Bobby Clayton had them working on some things for this week.
Tom Thumb, 1st and 10. Foley, the senior, out of the shotgun, but little movement along the line for Gulf Breeze. Brandon Nix, I think, jumped a little bit early. Catholic will gladly take a 1st and 5.
Oh, without a doubt, after the start they just had.
From the 25. Foley hands it off. Smiley trying to find some space, but nowhere to go before he's swallowed up. Smiley with 3 touchdowns last week and the loss to Navarre. He's a guy that's a fast runner, though.
Yeah, they say Smiley and Christian Murphy, they call him Thunder and Lightning. Be called Thunder and Lightning, you better be pretty good.
That's right. You've got Smiley that's kind of a powerful runner, and then Christian Murphy's a guy that, boy, he can really take off when he gets into space. He might be the fastest guy on the team, and it's saying something because Smiley's no slouch. They want to throw it. Ball comes out of the hands of Foley. It's loose, but I think Smiley fell on it. Foley just lost the handle on it when he brought it back, and it's a pretty muggy night. Now, we certainly don't have temperatures nearly as hot as what we could have. Whoops. Good awareness, though, by Smiley to pounce on it.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Let's see if Catholic tries to go back to a screen. Something to loosen them up a little bit.
4 wide. 3rd down and 9 coming up for Catholic. Foley to throw. Does left side, but incomplete for Bryce Yates. Nate Herrick was over there on the coverage. Let's check in now with Jacqueline Kovac, who is nope, I don't think she is ready downstairs. We'll check in with her a little bit later on. Our Mattress Outlet sideline report. Christian Murphy set to punt it away here for Catholic. Dittmer and Herrick once again back to return for the Dolphins. Well, we've got a timeout.
It's like a sideline warning for Catholic.
Sideline warning, Crusaders.
Will be the first one on them today. Well, Catholic, 2 possessions, unable to get much going offensively so far. We talked about the offense of Gulf Breeze, but it's been their defense so far. Now we'll see if Catholic, who had a good stand against the Dolphins.
This could be one of those old school football games, a 0-0 at half here.
We were not expecting that.
Absolutely not.
It seems to be shaping up that way. Now, granted, it's still very early. Short punt, though. The Dolphins are going to have great field position. It does take a Catholic bounce to the 40, and now down and out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. So Gulf Breeze will have it on the Catholic side of the field to start their 2nd series.
Yeah, and I'd be interested to see if Gulf Breeze takes a shot down here on downfield on 1st down, just to see what they can do to Catholic's secondary right here. Running the football didn't seem like it was working for them too well to start off with, although it's early, I understand that. But let's just see if they can loosen that secondary up and get them off the line of scrimmage.
Matt Adams, in his first year as the head coach of the Catholic Crusaders, he's been their offensive coordinator since he got done with college, and he played football at Catholic. He took over the reins for Greg Seibert, who went back to his alma mater. He's the longtime coach, Catholic. Dalen Kelly is out of the shotgun. Dittmer's behind him. Dittmer gets the carry, tries to go up the middle. He's tough to bring down, but he plows his way for about 4 yards on 1st down inside the 40 to the 38.
And just some tough running. He gets hit about the line of scrimmage and continues on for about 4 yards. That's the back you want back there.
Bobby Clayton describes trying to tackle Dittmer like trying to tackle a bowling ball because of all the momentum he gets. He's got a low center of gravity. He's 5'8", 174, really stout. And that's one thing that has been different under Bobby Clayton is the weight program that the Dolphins are on. They spend a lot of time in the weight room. They got bounced from the playoffs last year. The next week, they were right back in the weight room, as they even lift on game days. To pass. Through the middle, and it's incomplete. In and out of the hands of his intended target, Jake Weldon. Brings up third down.
Yeah, pass is a little off the mark right there, but still in that situation, you got to have that catch.
Dalen Kelly starting for the first time this Dolphins team, but Bobby Clayton's been really happy with what he's seen from the junior. Said it took him a little while to learn the system, but he has to keep reminding himself that he had one of the best quarterbacks he felt in the state last year in Tyler Phelps. Under pressure. Kelly just going backwards. He can't get away. He's hit and dropped all the way back at the Gulf Breeze 45-yard line. There is a flag down, but a huge loss for Dalen Kelly. He just couldn't escape the pressure. Kyan Coleman's the one that finished him off.
Just a tenacious effort by these guys right now. Just as soon as you turn around, you got 4 or 5 Catholic guys just running right at you. That's great awareness on defense.
See what the call is from Mark Humphreys. It's a face mask against Catholic.
That's unfortunate right there. Bail them out.
It's going to be a 5-yard penalty from where the penalty happened. So they still lose a bunch of yards even though there's the face mask on it. It'll be third down all the way back to the Gulf Breeze 49-yard line. A huge loss on that play.
The ball is spotted at the Dolphin 49-yard line.
They lost 11. Clock rolling. Down near 6 minutes in the first quarter. Kelly to throw it. Has time. Throws over the middle and completes it to Spencer Segal. Still well short of the first down. It'll bring up fourth down, but they got all the yards and then some back inside the 40 to the 39 of Catholic. Now this is a spot where you can go for it on fourth down.
Yeah, it's more of a no man's land. You know, you can punt. Depending on how well you believe in your defense right here. Of course, with an offense like Gulf Breeze, I would go for it, no doubt.
Timeout called on the field.
Well, we got a timeout on the field. The Dolphins will take their first timeout. I want to talk this over on fourth down and about 7 coming up for the Dolphins. No score, 5:25 to go, first quarter. Watching Tom Thumb, Friday Night Rivals. There's our Comfort Dental fan cam tonight. Find them online, comfortdentalforme.com. Compassionate professionalism, Comfort Dental. That's got to be a mess when you try to cover yourself in glitter. All right, coming out of the timeout, Gulf Breeze, fourth down and 7 coming up. Ball is at the 39-yard line. You've noticed a different look from Catholic.
Yeah, you know, of course, it's more on Gulf Breeze's defense. Catholics, they're worried about Noah Young with his 20 tackles. Noah Young's more staying over the middle right now.
Deep pass, left side, and it's hauled in and pressure. Wow. No, they're going to wave it off and say incomplete. Gulf Breeze won't like that. Bobby Clayton's fired up. He's trying to figure out why Spencer Segal didn't get credit for the catch.
You know what? I bet it's the bobble, and it looks like his shoulder pads may touch the sideline, and that might have been the difference right there. If you watch the bobble right there.
Ooh, yeah, he didn't quite have possession.
Yeah, those shoulder pads.
Well, we've got another timeout on the field. It'll be 1st and 10 for Catholic from their own 39-yard line. You're watching Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals, still scoreless. with the football. First down and 10 from their own 39. Coming out of the timeout, first pass almost intercepted. Garrett Foley's pass to the outside through the hands of Carl Taylor. Linebacker also plays some running back. You'll find him all over the field, the junior. Got his hands on it, but there is a flag down. It'll go against Catholic. Meanwhile, we've got a chance to check in downstairs with Jacqueline Kovac for another Mattress Outlet Sideline Report. Jacqueline.
Hey guys, I'm here with Lucy Barrow. She is the student body president here at GulfBreeze High School. And you know what? If you can pan over here and see this amazing student section, she helped organize getting all of these kids here and getting them in those bright neon colors. So Lucy, why bright neon colors tonight? Last year we did the whiteout for Catholic, but their colors are white, so we were like, why don't we amp it up a little bit and do color? And it made it a lot more fun and more interactive. So, and it's not just neon. We have some glitter. We have some paint. Is any of this glow in the dark? We had a lot of glow in the dark stuff at the pep rallies. I know a ton of people have the neon light up bracelets and like glow paint and stuff like that. So pretty cool. All right. Well, thank you very much, Lucy. I appreciate it. Have a great game. Back to you guys.
The ball comes out. It's scooped up by the Dolphins. Jacob Tisdale with a scoop and score to get the Dolphins on the board.
Just a great heads-up play. And that's what happens when you never quit on a play right there. You continue pursuing the ball.
34 yards on the scoop and score for Tisdale. Defensive play with two high-powered offenses. The first points of the game.
Will attempt the point after kicking number 49, Spencer Worth, holding number 5, Dylan McCullough.
On to attempt the point after it, Spencer Worth. Pretty reliable kicker for the Dolphins. He made every extra point last year. Good snap, the hold down, the kick right through. Worth boots it through, and it's the Dolphins striking first with their defense forcing the fumble. They get the recovery in the end zone, and they had a little trouble picking it up initially, but when you looked out there and realized there were only Dolphins uniforms around, you knew that probably wasn't going to end well for Catholic.
Oh, no doubt. And in that moment right there was a great play. Once again, like I said before, those guys were pursuing the ball. If you stand around, those type of things don't happen. Catholic may jump on and have a big play. What a great job. And
look at the pressure they get. First of all, it wasn't a great exchange with Smiley.
Well, that kind of seems to be a theme tonight, is the defenses with the pressure.
Right, that was Jacoby Jackson actually trying to take the handoff, and they couldn't get the exchange, and then it was all Dolphins.
Well, the way it looks tonight, that could be a big, big play tonight too.
Both defenses looking very strong. If there's one saving grace, it's that Catholic will get the ball right back. So now they have a chance at redemption. A lot of times you make a mistake, you want another opportunity, you want to get right back out there, especially when it's, not necessarily a situation where it's personnel. It's just a flat-out physical mistake. You had a bad exchange. Sometimes you maybe don't like the way you line up against the defense, and you have to make corrections. That's not something where it's just a play calling correction. This is a short kick, and Catholic will have good field position from the 40. First and 10 for the Crusaders. Garrett Foley in the Crusader offense right back out there now.
You don't want to take anything away from GulfBreeze's defense, but Catholic's just got to execute on offense. It just doesn't look like they're clicking right now.
They'll send three receivers out the right side. Now they've got some playmakers out there.
A lot of speed out there on the outside.
Terrius Gideon's out there leading that trio. And they'll throw it quickly right side. Jackson, another opportunity to the sideline, picks up 6 before he's dragged down by Walter Yates. Second team All-State a year ago. You talk about getting two guys involved that were on the short end of the last play. Jackson right back with it in his hands.
Oh, no doubt. I'd say that was a great play by Yates as well, pursuing the ball once again. I'm impressed by both of these defenses.
To the outside, space. Abram Smiley getting the carry, and he's close to the first down, and he's got it into Gulf Breeze territory.
And I believe that's the first time we've called Noah Young's name tonight. Kind of surprised at it, but looks like Catholic's kind of running away from him tonight. Can't really blame him with 20 tackles.
No doubt. Smiley in the backfield. Yates, Jackson to the outside, part of three receivers. Smiley in the backfield, rolling out. Foley looking downfield, tucks it. And he got tripped up as he crossed midfield, and he gets it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up second down.
Yeah, it was a great job of the linebackers over there at Gulf Breeze of really cutting his running lane as he wants to sprint out right there, and that's a run-pass option. That was just a great job of him cutting his running lane off right there.
Gideon will swing out to the right side with Yates. Jackson out there as well. Smiley still in the backfield with Foley out of the shotgun. Gulf Breeze being very aggressive defensively, but we've false start against Catholic.
Yeah, I can't blame them. You had a shutout last week. Hey, nothing gives a defense more confidence than a shutout. I don't care who you play.
Catholic with a little offensive momentum, and now they go back 5 yards. It'll bring up second down and 15. Foley fakes the handoff. Play action, has time, throws deep over the middle. He's got a receiver complete. Bryce Yates inside the 5. For the first time tonight, we have a team inside the Tom Thumb red zone.
Yeah, and it looked like Reese Parker, I believe, right there. Just got caught backpedaling a little bit too long.
The ball is spotted at the 5-yard line.
Parker, though, did make the touchdown-saving tackle, but now Catholic with some momentum, 48 yards on that reception.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if they try to pound it up the middle or if they want to keep this whole screen attack going.
Smiley is in the backfield. They give it to him. Smiley tries to cut up field, but tripped when he cut.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to run behind the big buffet busters right there.
They've got some size up front, too, so not a bad idea.
Can't blame them at all.
Second and goal. Ball on the 3-yard line. Foley again to Smiley on the handoff inside. Again, nowhere for him to go.
That defensive line of Gulf Breeze is getting a great push against really Gulf Breeze a little undersized right there against Catholic, but they're fighting.
Third down and goal.
See if Catholic tries to use a little bit of that speed right here.
Got a chance. Nominee already in for our Baker Metalworks play of the game. We've got a couple of them here in the first quarter so far that are in the running. Whistles blow. Flag down. I didn't get a look at the play clock, but nope. The Dolphins. It's going to bring up third and goal.
Looks like somebody lined up offsides right there. That's a huge help to Catholic.
Still third down. They get about 1.5 yards with the penalty.
The way the past two plays have gone, that 1.5 yards is big.
Could make a big difference. Especially if they want to run it again. Third down and goal. A couple of targets are split out each way.
So they got
Yates
two tights.
Jackson, double tight end set. Up the middle, Smiley. Is he in? He is. Touchdown, Crusaders.
What a great job by Catholic. They ran twice up the middle and really got nothing. They got the penalty right there from Gulf Breeze and just stayed with what they know. Great job.
Made a change at quarterback also. That was Mitres Rawls handing it off to Smiley. Christian Murphy, he's their kicker, but they're going to run a play. Murphy takes the pitch, nowhere to go. Yates pitched it to Murphy, and Catholic comes up empty on the conversion try.
Yeah, Yates pitched it a little bit too early. I don't know if he was worried about the hit coming or what it was, but he's got to get that defense to bite down on him. That's the only way it works. Otherwise, you hang your guy up dry out there.
They were going for two, looking to take the lead, but it's still Gulf Breeze up by 1. This is Tom Thumb, Friday Night Rivals from Dolphin Stadium in Gulf Breeze. Catholic getting it teed up to kick it deep. Bryce Horton getting it ready to go. He's ready. Crusaders down 1 for the failed conversion attempt. It'll be returned from the 15. Not a bad return either. About 13 yards out to the 27. Seth Wilson, excuse me, no, that was Nate Herrick bringing it out. The senior. He was a starter at free safety a year ago. He got hurt last year against West Florida. Got the helmet off, maybe a little shaken up on that play, but he's all right. Gulf Breeze. 1st and 10 from their own 30, so call it a 15-yard return for the Dolphins. Their only score came from their defense. Kelly out of the shotgun, hands it off. Dittmer trying to get to the edge. Catholic really doing a good job laterally against this Gulf Breeze running attack.
Yeah, with the 17 carries and 252 yards Dittmer had last week, I think Catholic kind of took offense to that, and they know that's not going to happen tonight. They're sure playing like it.
He had that 62-yard run that he broke early. He lost a yard there. It's 2nd down and 11. 3 receivers. With Kelly out of the shotgun. And whistles. Catholic, I think, was lined up offsides.
Just a common sense play right there. You cannot line up offsides.
35 seconds left in the quarter. 2nd down and now 6 yards to go. Kelly hands off. Dittmer finds a hole, has the first down, and he's dragged down at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, Dittmer must have heard me talk about him right there, saying he hadn't really been a factor tonight. That was a great run up the middle, but you got to give kudos to that offensive line up front for creating that big hole.
Christian Murphy does a good job in the open field to get tackles. We were talking with Matt Adams this week, and he said, we hope that he doesn't have to make too many open field tackles. You try to avoid those, but he made a big one there. Bringing down Dittmer, not an easy guy to tackle either. 1st down and 10 after the big run for Dittmer. He picked up 10. From the 44, Kelly scrambles his way out of the 49, shifting his way through the line to pick up about 4.
Yeah, and Kelly, not a guy that wants to run a lot. Had 9 rushes for 32 yards last week, but right there did a great job on the option. Of course, you've got to honor Dittmer right there.
That brings the first quarter to an end. We expected kind of a shootout. It's been anything but. Both defenses came to play today. It's the Dolphins by 1 at the end of the first quarter on Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals. Gulf Breeze with a scoop and score. Their defense with their only touchdown so far. Catholic, a big play, led to their first touchdown. And now Kelly in space, 20, 10, touchdown. Dalen Kelly. There's the offense for the Dolphins. 51-yard scramper.
Wow, that'll almost double his rushing total from last week. As soon as I talk about this guy not being a runner, he shows off his skills right there. What a great run.
Just put his head down and took off. Yeah, he's got a little speed.
He has a great hesitation right there on the option as well.
51 yards there. He had just 32 and 9 carries last week. They'll go for 2. The pitch from Dittmer. Now the pass into the end zone. Wow. Spencer Segal wide open. They drew it up perfectly.
I don't really know what to say to that. That was incredible right there. What a great play. I thought they had him pinned back there. Didn't even see the receiver standing in the end zone.
Great idea. Dittmer pitched it back, and Segal was all by himself in the end zone. The 2-point conversion for the Dolphins.
If you're Catholic, you just got to come back out when you come on defense and just make that one play. You know, they had one mistake letting the quarterback go right there. I don't think anybody saw him really carrying the ball that far, especially with Dittmer, but you just got to come back out there with a little bit of pride.
So Gulf Breeze set to kick it deep after that score, and now they're trying to get things sorted out on the Catholic sideline to come up with an answer.
Yeah, I don't think the coaches are too happy about that one.
No, I can imagine.
Especially the way this defense has been playing all night.
Check in downstairs now with Jacqueline Kovac for a Mattress Outlet Sideline Report.
Guys, thank you. You know, earlier this week we were dealing with lots of rain. You know, it was that leftover rain from the tropical storm Harvey. And, you know, Santa Rosa County is a county that can see a lot of flood waters, but you know what, here in Gulf Breeze, that was not an issue in time for this game, because this field, from what they tell me, if there's water on this field, then you're not getting anywhere near this field. But, you know, the coaches tell me that this area was bone dry. They had some issues down in some other fields a little bit further down the road from here, but you know what, we have a great game tonight, and these fans, if you see these guys, they are dancing, they are singing, they are cheering, and they're happy that we have clear skies for tonight.
Jacqueline, yeah, the field's in great shape.
Absolutely.
Buckets of water dumped on this area, and like she said, that not every field will drain this well, but they do a good job of taking care of the surface here at Dolphin Stadium, and footing hasn't looked to be an issue for the players tonight either.
No, this whole place is a great venue, great setup here for the Dolphins.
Penalty on the initial kickoff, so they'll tee it up, and Spencer Worth will try again. From the 35, he'll kick off. Short kick, fielded at the 30. Trying to spin away from a tackle was Bryce Yates. But not much, maybe a yard on the return, and Catholic will have it. They scored their last possession, but Gulf Breeze answered. Some good football games around the area tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. We got Tate playing at West Florida Tech tonight at Woodham Middle. Tate 13, West Florida Tech 14 in the second quarter. Kind of a shocker. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but Navarre 3, Washington 6 in the second quarter.
How about that?
That's amazing.
We've got Washington and PHS next week, so that should be a fun matchup. We'll have to keep an eye on that game. 11:39 to go. Smiley trying to find some space at the outside, gets it to the 40-yard line, picking up 5 on first down.
There's a little bit of the thunder we've been talking about.
He's a physical runner, and we haven't seen Murphy really get a touch yet.
The thing with physical runners like that, they'll just wear you down up front.
Speaking of Murphy, he's in there now. We have a couple of receivers split out off to the right. Murphy in at fullback. Foley fakes right, throws downfield into double coverage, and it's incomplete. That had a chance to be picked off. Jacoby Jackson was the target, but he threw that into double coverage.
Yeah, looks like the pressure right there by the line. Foley took quite a hit on that one right there, almost like a panic throw.
But a penalty against the Dolphins will give Gulf Breeze the first down.
Maybe that was roughing the passer?
Mm-hmm. Might have been.
Looked like right
15
there.
yards.
What a break for Catholic.
First down and 10. Into Gulf Breeze territory at the 45-yard line. Foley out of the shotgun. Abram, Smiley trying to cut up field in space. Has the first down and more. Down to the 21-yard line. Abram Smiley with a big run.
Just notice Catholic had a tight end set up here to the left, and they did a little misdirection. And they haven't done a misdirection all night long, and it opened up the right side for Smiley. What a great run.
A shifty run for Smiley, picking up 24 yards. The Crusaders keep the chains moving.
This is the drive Catholic needed right here on offense.
Smiley inside the 20, picks up about 4 on first down. And the Crusaders now into the Tom Thumb red zone.
Second down and 7.
Will bring up 2nd and 7 for Catholic. Smiley really starting to warm up. Foley out of the shotgun. From the 18, Smiley again to the outside. To the 14, Smiley. Third down.
If you're Catholic right here, this is the kind of drive you want to be able to get your defense some rest right now and keep that Gulf Breeze offense off the field.
Third down and 3. From the 14-yard line. They do have a couple of receivers split out to the right with Jackson. Yates over there as well. They stick with Smiley. Flag flies as he's hit for a loss back at the 16.
Something if you're Catholic, I understand you're running the football quite well right now, but you got the safeties of Gulf Breeze playing about 8 yards off the ball. That's something we got to think about. That slot receiver right there, he takes a slant up the middle. That could be a touchdown.
Especially when you're just trying to pick up a first down, too. I mean, it's a pretty quick route when you only need 3 yards.
Hey, play action fake. I'd almost be willing to be wide open right here.
Looks like this is going against Gulf Breeze, so Gulf Breeze will just give them the first down with a chop block.
Let's see if Catholic plays the old school football and runs behind those Big Mac trucks they got up there.
Foley has to get rid of it, throws to the end zone. It's caught. Is he in? No. Jacoby Jackson couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
Look like London Perry's over there playing DB. He's got to get his head around. I know it's a tough route to cover right there. Got to get your head around right there. You just don't want to grab.
Couldn't quite get the foot down in bounds. Second down. The ball at the 8-yard line. Catholic went for 2 after their first score, didn't get it. Gulf Breeze, after their second touchdown, went for it and did. Smiley, a little attempt at some misdirection, but maybe danced his way to the 5-yard line. Short pickup on second down.
Once again, Gulf Breeze loading the box. They don't respect the pass right now. With a running back like Smiley, I can't blame them.
Rocky O'Rourke got in there to make the hit. 6-foot senior. It's a Gulf Breeze team. Remember, a year ago they were district champs. Their goal is more than that this year, but a huge turnaround. They had only had 8 wins in the previous 3 years combined before going 9-2 in Bobby Clayton's first year. New quarterback. Rawls is in for the Catholic touchdown.
A little Wildcat mixing it up right there.
Mitrez Rawls. Just a sophomore, but caught the Gulf Breeze defense perhaps a bit off guard. They were keyed in, it looked like, on Smiley.
And you can't blame him, but Rawls does a great job right there. There at the end, just putting his head down and getting the touchdown. Oh, and it hit the upright.
Just missed it. Gulf Breeze still up by 3. 8:12 to go in the first half. Let's check in once again with another Mattress Outlet sideline report from Jacqueline Kovac.
Thanks, guys. You know, Gulf Breeze High School, they are pretty hyped up for this game. And I'm joined now by one of the hype men of the student section. So tell me, what is so exciting about getting everybody here and getting everybody excited for the game?
I mean, it's not a hard job. I mean, you come to Gulf Breeze, you have the best student section, the most love for our community and support. I mean, you can't get that anywhere else. I'm just here, you know, just helping out. You know what I mean? We got the best kids, so.
And you know what it's like to be on the field, hearing your fellow classmates, you know, get excited for what you're doing, because you do what? Basketball and baseball,
Yes,
correct?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So what is that like hearing all those cheers?
I mean, all these football players come to our games, and some of them play with me, and they're the most supportive people, you know, so we're just coming to support them because everyone supports everyone here. I mean, that's just the Gulf Breeze way. That's why we're different.
All right, so tell us who you are, what grade you are, and what school you're going to.
I'm Brandon Streff. I'm a senior. I'm playing baseball at the University of South Florida down in Tampa.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks. Good luck to Brandon with the Bulls on the diamond.
A lot of great baseball players come from Gulf Breeze.
And lively.
Catholic, no doubt.
Yeah.
Both these schools.
You bet. Rich tradition of baseball. Good return here across the 30 to the 33-yard line on the big return for Herrick. Nate Herrick, the senior, coming off the injury last year that he suffered against West Florida.
37 yards on the pitch.
Good return. Decent field position for the Dolphins. They'll start from their own 33. First and 10.
Well, Catholic should be rested on defense. I'm interested to see what scheme they run out here right now.
Long, methodical drive. Their last series offensively ended in a touchdown and the missed extra point. Kelly's in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, tries to go to the outside, but he's wrapped up and dropped.
Yeah, I don't think Catholic was going to let Kelly score this time. I think they were pretty much ready on Dittmer and Kelly.
The junior, not big, but he comes up with some big physical hits to Darius Dunn right there. Just 5'11", 170. He's one of the leaders of this defense.
Yeah, Coach says he plays with a lot of emotion. I think we saw it right there.
They lose one, second down and 11. Four wide for Gulf Breeze. Quick pass to the left side is dropped and it's incomplete. That time they were looking to Daniel Brighton.
Pass intended for number 9, Daniel Brayton.
Brayton with 4 catches for 58 yards last week. He's a guy, you get it in his hands, he can make some things happen. He's a playmaker with this Gulf Breeze offense. Just couldn't hold on. Cooper Harris is split out to the right. 3 targets for Kelly out to his left. Dittmer's in the backfield, takes the pitch. Dittmer has some room. And he chews up about 9 before he's wrestled down just shy of the sticks. It'll bring up 4th down. He got 10 on that 3rd down play. Now it's 4th and 1 for the Dolphins. You've got a guy like Dittmer. You feel confident you can get that yard, but if you don't, do you really want to give it back to Catholic? But there is a flag down.
Flag on the play. Holding.
And this is going to go against the Dolphins.
That's a shame. One thing you got to notice, Daniel Brayton, what a great block downfield that really sprung Dittmer right there.
I always like it when your receivers really buy into the importance of blocking downfield. That's a lot of times that's where you get those big yards to the outside, isn't it?
Right, absolutely. Well, at any level, your best receivers are actually guys that can block. Nobody really wants to block nowadays. They all want the offense.
So Dittmer's going to be in the backfield. Kelly again out of the shotgun. 3rd down after the penalty. They're back at the, they're back at the 30. They need to get to the 48 for a 1st down. Nowhere for Kelly to go. He's licked in the backfield. He loses another yard or 2.
And I don't know if it was drawn up that way, but it looks like the backer, instead of going with Dittmer right there, went and bit on Kelly as well. So Dittmer was wide open. Had nothing but green to run.
C.J. Davis in there. He is just a sophomore. He's playing up as a sophomore, but he works hard. You can find him in the weight room 7 days a week. Trying to get bigger, stronger, faster. Now the Dolphins to punt. It's a short punt. Out of bounds. We'll see where they spot it. And they will say it's out of the 45. All right. For a moment, I thought they were trying to say it. You and I both looked at each other.
Right. I thought Gulf Breeze was getting a little home cooking right there.
Yeah, no kidding. But they put it to the 45, which is where I thought it went out at.
All right, all is well, all is well.
1st and 10 for Catholic. Not bad field position here.
Water break.
It's a 3-point lead. Gulf Breeze up by a field goal. 6:07 to go in the half. The Dolphins up by the field goal. Tom Thumb Friday night rivals here at Gulf Breeze High School. Catholic, pretty good field position here. They start this drive. Quick pass to the outside. It's complete. Yates slips a tackle, has the 1st down along the sideline. He's tackled at the 35-yard line.
What a move by Yates right there. Put the corner on his heels.
They'll put him at the 40. 20-yard pickup.
The ball is spotted at the 40. 1st and 10.
Yates making the move by the defender, and then he had room. Davis making the tackle on him. He's one of the fastest kids out there on the field. He'll put pressure on the quarterback as well. Smiley, little seam up the middle, picks up 3 or 4 yards on 1st down.
Yeah,
see, that's what throwing the ball will do. It'll kind of help you open up the plays up the middle on the draw.
Well, and absolutely. When you got a guy like Smiley, once again, we talked about it earlier, those 3 and 4 yards in a cloud of dust, that's going to wear on Gulf Breeze come the second half. That's a big old boy to tackle now.
Second down, 8 after a pickup of 2 or 3 on 1st down. Time to throw. Foley airs it out, and it's incomplete. Great coverage against Yates on the outside by Reese Parker.
Really great recovery right there. Yates was open for a split second, came back and made the play.
So Parker with a good pass break up. It's 3rd down and 7 now.
3rd and 7.
Like Jacoby Jackson right there in the slot ran a post route over the middle and was wide open, but after the play Yates made earlier, I don't blame him going back to him.
It's one of the things that they're working on with Foley, reading the defense. He's getting better at that. Senior gets it to Smiley on a short pitch. Options it out, and Smiley to the 34-yard line. A few yards short of the first down. They still need 2 or 3 more after a decent pickup on third down, maybe 5 yards.
If I'm Catholic here, I got 3 or 4 yards. You know who I'm giving it to. Smiley. Give it to Thunder. Let my offensive line work.
That's what Gulf Breeze is expecting here.
They're loading the box right here. It's like Catholic audibles.
Foley relaying the play.
Look for Jacoby Jackson right here in the slot once again as Gulf Breeze looks like safety's about 10 yards away.
Play clock down to 3. They just get the snap off and they want to throw. Under pressure though to the left side. Yates can't hold on. Gulf Breeze holds on fourth down. They'll get the ball back with 4:49 to go in the first half. Clinging to a field goal lead.
And it looked like Foley wanted to go to Jacoby Jackson right there, but I tell you what, London Perry's made a great play on the coverage right there. It looked like he was open for a split second. He dropped and did a great job.
Well, there's Bobby Clayton. His second year as the head coach of the Gulf Breeze Dolphins. Did an excellent job. One of the big things he's done within this year over the last couple of years, is really focus on the conditioning of this team. I want to thank our friends at Santino's for feeding the crew tonight. I think I had a pizza and a half.
Oh, you and me
for
both.
The game. My goodness, that was delicious.
Felt bad we didn't have it for the crew.
I know. Little chicken garlic pizza. There were some tomato slices on that. Did you get in on that?
Oh, absolutely.
Had to. There was some cheese, some pepperoni. Oh,
there's not much I won't eat from Santino's.
Oh, man. No, you're right about that. You can find them here in Gulf Breeze. So big thanks to the folks at Santino's for keeping us fed tonight. Got a timeout on the field. Bobby Clayton taking the time to try to set up kind of what they want to do on this drive. You know, he was telling us this week, I'm not real patient when it comes to offense. You know, I like to get out there and score quick. We've seen them a little more methodical on offense, though. They've had some big plays today, but they've also had some nice sustained drives.
They have, and right here, about 4:49 left to go in the half. You almost think they try to wear the clock down.
We'll see what they do.
So they got Dittmer in a bit of an up-back spot right here.
And somebody moved.
On the old triple option, maybe?
Different look there, for sure, from what we're used to seeing out of Gulf Breeze.
Yeah, not too many times you don't see 3 or 4 wide.
And they're not necessarily used to running it.
Right.
They moved early. See if they do that again.
It's like a wing T formation right here. This is the old school.
Quarterback keeps it, and I think that's part of the reason they do that, to give Dalen Kelly a little deception so he can run it himself. Got some of the penalty yards back, but not all of them on first down.
It's like Carl Taylor's a little shaken up right there for Gulf Breeze. Hope he's all right.
Goes to the sideline. They got 4, so 2nd and 11.
Once again, though, not used to seeing this from Gulf Breeze.
Yeah, they'll go back to the 4 wide set here. Dittmer to the outside. Not much. Maybe a yard or 2, but it's going to bring up third down, at least 10 for Gulf Breeze.
Like Kaheem Coleman on that one right there. What a great tackle coming off the edge.
Well, we've got some options tonight for our Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram player of the game, and also you don't want to miss after the game our Baker Metalworks and Supply play of the game as well. Back to pass. Kelly under pressure, trying to escape. He does. Now he's got a little space, but he's chased out of bounds to the 40. Still took a hit. There was nowhere for him to go, but he stayed in bounds to take that hit from Tyke's Hessel.
Yeah, that's not a hit you want your quarterback to take like that. Of course, Kelly's not really a big guy anyway, but Hessel coming downhill hard on that one. That's the ones you dream of.
And when you see him stay in bounds like that, your eyes light up.
Yeah, you get worried. You know, he's a tough kid, no doubt, but you got to play for the next play as well. These guys need him.
Part of that, too, if you're Kelly, maybe you're trying to get the penalty. You know, you go to the sideline and maybe see him try to go in for the hit, and that's when you try to go out of bounds and maybe draw the penalty that way. It didn't work, though.
Well, I don't know. If you have the sticks on your side, you can kind of tell where you're at. Maybe he thought he had a first down. Who knows?
Still well short, about 5 yards shy of the first down. Gulf Breeze will be forced to punt, but we've got another
delay of game
penalty. It'll be a delay of game, so they'll move back 5 yards. Not a lot of time used up on that drive by the Dolphins either, so Catholic's going to have two things going for them here. They're down a field goal. They'll get the ball back with about 3:15 to go, a little more than that. Probably closer to 3:20 to go in the half. Plus, they'll have good field position here. Their offense has been playing very well. They've got a little momentum coming off a good stop defensively as well. The punt is away. Good punt. And it takes a Gulf Breeze bounce inside the 25, and it comes to rest at the 22. An excellent punt for the Dolphins.
Cooper Harris, great job right there getting the end-over-end kick. If you're Catholic, that kind of takes a little bit of the wind out of your sails. You were hoping for a big return right there, but we'll see what they'll come out with right here.
Yeah, so much for that nonsense about good field position, huh? Great punt by Harris. He's punting for the first time, so it's still something that he's learning, but it'll work. Sometimes you get a wobbly punt, ends up a little bit end over end, and you get the perfect bounce, and it'll just take off right there. That's kind of what that did.
Sometimes better be lucky than good. Who cares?
No lie. Garrett Foley's going to be out of the shotgun to start this drive for the Crusaders. The wind at the Crusaders' back here at the end of the first half. Throw to the right side. It's complete. Trying to stay in bounds and battling for some extra yards to Darius Gideon. He got about 6 yards on that first down play.
Yeah, and how about Foley showing the arm strength right there, going all the way across the field. Great job right there.
Can be a dangerous throw, but he had his receiver wide open. Give him 7, second down and 3 for the Crusaders. Ball short of the 30-yard line. Handoff goes up the middle, not much there on second down. Third down coming up for the Crusaders. They're going to give them a yard, so they'll bring up 3rd and 2. They'll bunch 3 receivers out to the left. Foley rolling that way, under pressure, gets rid of it, completes it to the outside. Gideon hauls it in for the first down.
It was a good throw by Foley right there with pressure in his face. Really the only guy he could get the ball to with the pressure right there.
First and 10 for the Crusaders at the 37. Four wide now. Actually, five wide. Empty backfield.
Yep, had a little movement right there by number 72. Ethan Watson.
That'll move him back 5.
Yeah, you know, it's never good to get your name called as offensive lineman.
It's not a. That's usually the objective.
Right. They never get the credit unless it's their fault.
Anonymity is the sign of strength for an offensive lineman. That's how you know you're doing well, when nobody knows your name.
Right. Toughest guys on the field right there.
Foley to throw it. Has pressure. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. Bright was the target from Foley, but it was right in his hands. It wouldn't have mattered even if he caught it because they weren't going to get any yards on the play. In fact, they'd probably lose yards. Might be better that he dropped it.
Well, minute 35 left. Where Catholic's at right here on the field. I'll be interested to see if they try to run the clock out a little bit.
Second down. Still 15 to go for the first down. They need to get to the 47.
Another 5-wide set.
So much for running the clock out. Foley's out of the shotgun. Goes left side, almost intercepted, incomplete. He was looking for Gideon again. DJ Denby, though, diving out, got his hands on it, but couldn't haul it in. Had a sack last week, looking for the pick this week. Matt Adams staying aggressive offensively late in the first half with his team down just the field goal.
Yeah, but you got to be careful, though. They keep making these passes. They don't complete them. They're going to give Gulf Breeze the ball back in good field position.
Third down. Abram Smiley back in the backfield now. Gideon motions out to the right side. Still 4 targets. Split out for Catholic, but Smiley will take the handoff and just barrel up the middle for maybe a yard. Brings up 4th down.
See if Gulf Breeze takes a timeout.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking along the same lines to try to stop the clock. They're about to get the ball back. No sign of a timeout here, though. So Catholic will punt it away, and they'll be able to run the clock down. Give Gulf Breeze maybe a couple of plays. They'll probably just take a knee and take their 3-point lead into halftime.
Better hurry up. They got 5 seconds.
They may just let it run down. Yeah, they will. More concerned about, and now they'll take the timeout. That'll be their first timeout, so Catholic running the play clock all the way down, taking the timeout, knowing they really don't need to use one. They just want to give Gulf Breeze as few of opportunities as they can, and that's what they'll do. Bobby Clayton will go in, have a conversation with his unit as they get ready to return this punt. Coming up, we'll hear from Bobby Clayton, his team's performance in the first half, what he's liked about this squad. Defenses look good against a powerful Catholic offense. They've been able to move the ball, but they've had to move it methodically. Not a lot of big plays.
Well, keep in mind, Gulf Breeze did have that scoop and score as well. Otherwise, Catholic would be on top right here.
The defense coming up with a big play. The defense is, we came in, we talked about how powerful both offenses were, but so far it's been a struggle.
Yeah, standing tall on defense.
Murphy to punt. Flags.
Referee's getting the workout today.
The yellow handkerchiefs getting a lot of TV time today.
So we had a false start.
Yep. So they move back a little farther now. All of a sudden, Gulf Breeze may get the ball in pretty good field position. We're kind of thinking that maybe they may want to take a knee, get it in good field position. That might be tempting to try to go for the end zone.
That depends on the return right here. You get a good return, why not?
High snap. They're bringing pressure. What a punt by Murphy.
Wow.
Inside the 20-yard line. It's picked up, though. Herrick lit up. Nowhere to go at the 19-yard line. What a punt by Christian Murphy.
Great job by the punt coverage team getting down there in time. What a great job.
Huge punt. It'll be Gulf Breeze with 24 seconds on the clock. That was a 57-yard punt. 53-yard punt, excuse me, for Christian Murphy. Wow.
You keep doing that, he'll be in college.
That's a pretty good boot. Some teams that'll take that. Well, Gulf Breeze hand it off. They're going to try to keep the pressure on as they go up the middle. Dittmer will barrel out for close to a first down, 9 yards on that pickup.
When you're trying to run the clock out, why not give it to your best back, Dittmer, right there? Hey, you never know. He may break one.
And that'll be the end of the first half. So Gulf Breeze has the lead, 15-12. They're up by the field goal. What a job by both defenses, but Gulf Breeze with the scoop and score. And I think what hurts for Catholic is it wasn't a play that was forced defensively. The fumble wasn't a forced fumble. It was just a mishandled exchange.
Yeah, we talk about for Catholic, it's execution. Really on offense, they've been hit or miss, but I tell you what, their defense has really helped them out and stood tall. Once again, I mean, their Catholic's defense has only given up 6 points. That's a great job by them.
Not bad at all. Well, speaking of Gulf Breeze, they're up by a field goal, and their head coach, Bobby Clayton, is standing by downstairs with Jacqueline.
All right, Coach, you've had a pretty interesting first half. What are your thoughts on how your guys played tonight?
And we're playing fast, we're playing physical. So is Catholic. You know, it's a heck of a ball game right now. Again, Friday night football in the Panhandle at its finest.
What does your team need to do in the second half to instill your lead and win this game?
Score 2 or 3 more touchdowns and keep them from scoring, and we win.
What do you want to see them change?
Keep them out of the end zone.
All right. Thank you very much, Coach. Have a good night. Back to you guys.
All right. Thanks a lot. That report brought to you by Mattress Outlet. Well, that's boy, some really good insight there from Bobby.
Yeah, that's about as simple as it can get.
Yeah.
But hey, he's absolutely right.
He's got to be pretty happy with the way his team has performed so far. It's the Dolphins up by a field goal. We're at the half. This is Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals. I don't know what that guy's going for.
Wow, I don't know. I need to go hang out with that guy.
There you go.
I'll have what he's having.
I just did. Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals halftime report is brought to you by BNC Nursery and Airport Dental. Right now it is a field goal lead for the Gulf Breeze Dolphins. The difference in the game is a scoop and score by the Gulf Breeze defense on a mishandled exchange on a handoff. And that's been it. So that's not been it, but that's really the big, I think the big play today.
Yeah, it's been the difference maker.
Well, I want to check in downstairs with Jacqueline Kovac, who has our A-plus athlete tonight.
All right, guys, thank you very much. Our A-plus athlete of the week, brought to you by Levin Papantonio, is a volleyball player named Amber Hartley. And we talked to her earlier this week, and let's hear what she had to say.
I'm very honored to be the A-plus athlete. I really like to thank all of my coaches that I've had over these past few years, and I really want to thank my family and my friends for all their support, and I just love Gulf Breeze High School volleyball.
I'm attorney Steve Luongo with Levin Papantonio, and at Levin Papantonio we understand the value of education and teamwork that is gained through high school sports. That's why we are a proud supporter of student athletes everywhere.
Thanks a lot, and how about that? Amber Hartley, a 4.8 GPA. Since when did the scales start going up that high?
I don't know. You probably could have added mine up all 4 years of high school and it wouldn't give 4.8.
I don't think I'd get there either. I thought I went to 4.0. I thought that was where you maxed out. They've changed the scale on me. I can't keep up. Anyways, congratulations to Amber. Very active, and to have that kind of a GPA, extremely impressive. So great work. Great to hear from her. We've still got a lot more coming up for you at the half. Brought to you by Airport Dental and B&C Nursery. It's the Dolphins with the field goal lead. This is Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals. Welcome back to our halftime report of Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals. Halftime report is brought to you by Airport Dental and B&C Nursery. Airport Dental, not hard to find them. You can find Airport Dental on Airport Boulevard, east of Davis Highway. They're known for cosmetic dentistry, Lumineer Dental Veneers. It's Airport Dental on Davis Highway. Then B&C Nursery, located in Pace on Chumuckla Highway, Milton, Florida, locally owned and operated for 14 years. Great to have those folks back on board with us again to sponsor our halftime report. Speaking of halftime report, it's time to take a look at some highlights from around the nation, but not before our Educator Spotlight. This week, shining a light on Okaloosa Technical College.
Did we ever figure that out?
No.
Okaloosa Technical College is proud to be the Educator Spotlight on Friday Night Rivals. The mission of Okaloosa Technical College is to prepare learners for success in high-tech, high-paying careers. The school first started in 1975 as Bay Area Vocational School. Since then, the name's changed many times, but the mission of helping to build a workforce to sustain the economy of Florida has always been the same. Our instruction is geared toward making sure that education and experience truly intersect, while also assuring we are meeting the needs of our local workforce. Our programs are very affordable, helping to keep students out of the pitfalls of student loans. Most of the programs can be completed in about a year, allowing students the opportunity to start their careers as soon as possible. We offer assistance with finding financial aid, and we have open doors to allow you to visit our campus. Please call or drop by to set up a tour of our campus and find out how we can help you to get that life-sustaining career.
They're looking for that far sideline. Secret jump ball. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. What a catch. Tipped it.
To himself.
And holds on to it. Wow.
Here's the snap. And he's going to run with it himself. And he's got it in. Touchdown. South Florence has tied the ball game in 36 seconds on the final play of the game. For the Patriots. Comes through and the punt is blocked. It's blocked. Receiver picks it up, gets inside the 10. Here's the snap, and he's going to run with it himself, and he's got it in. Touchdown! South Florence has tied the ball game in 36 seconds on the final play of the game. They pitch it out to Burrows. He's got room, and he reaches across the goal line.
Bottom of the screen. Nice little gap, and what a play in the backfield. That hand on the ground, and as a running back, you always wanted to tell the coach, let's see if the knee hit the ground at all. Officials watching it very closely. Great shot by our camera guys, and it looks like he was clean.
From shotgun again, Dolencheck. Swings it out to Smith. Smith, the one-handed grab and the first down. He's to the 30, the 20. Shane Smith from 43 yards out in for the score after a great one-handed grab.
Look at the strength here. Foster able to did not step out, boy, very close to stepping out, just inside the 5. But
stepped that ball, touched the pylon, that's all you needed to do to score.
Some exciting football action all over the country on Thursday and Friday night rivals nationwide. Even Tate getting in on the act on the national highlights. Great to see. Well, they're rocking at halftime. And Gulf Breeze. Dolphins pretty happy with the way the first half has gone. They're up by a field goal over Catholic. More of the halftime report continues after this. Tom Thumb, Friday Night Rivals. He's crusading. He's a crusader. See, he's got the what do you call that? What's the mesh that they wear under the helmets?
Chainmail?
Chainmail, that's what it's called, yes. See, somebody paid attention in history class. See, you did have a good GPA in high school.
Man, how about that?
Yeah, see? Good for you. I wasn't going to come up with that anytime soon.
He looks like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Walking around with a sword? Who doesn't have a sword?
Everybody looks nice when they're carrying around a sword. You don't really want to tangle with them.
Yeah, I'm not going to go see him after the game.
Nobody's going to scrap with that guy.
No,
He's pretty well covered. Top Thumb Friday Night Rivals tonight from Gulf Breeze High School, presented by BNC Nursery and Airport Dental. With Jeff Price, I'm Tommy Thrall. Jacqueline Kovac is roaming the sidelines tonight. We've got a chance to take a look at some of the first half highlights, but first some numbers. Time of possession, Catholic has dominated that. It's felt that way. They just only have found the end zone a couple of times, and you look at it too, I mean, the game could be tied. Remember, they went for 2 the first try, didn't get it. They go for the extra point the second time around, off the goalpost. So that hasn't worked in their favor, plus the scoop and score for Gulf Breeze. Really, it almost feels like Catholic's kind of owned this game. You even see the receiving yards. Gulf Breeze hasn't got it done through the air. Catholic's been a little more balanced.
Yeah, and if you're Catholic, I know that you're down by a field goal, but you got to feel like you're winning this game at the same time. You know, and for them, if I'm Catholic, I come back out and I just do what we do every day. I mean, they've had a lot of success with it, except the scoop and score. It's just a mistake.
Right.
And, you know, they're going to happen, but if you're Catholic, you got to be pretty excited with coming out here in the first half and performing that way.
Well, we didn't know necessarily what to expect out of the defenses, but Catholic has done a great job at times getting pressure on the quarterback, Dalen Kelly. Kelly, not a lot of success through the air. That pass, though, a big one to Spencer Segal, and then this was the big play.
Yeah, that's the
fumbled exchange.
That's a shot in the arm right there.
Jacoby Jackson couldn't quite get the reception, but it was scooped up by Jacob Tisdale. He took it to the end zone and pay dirt. Then how about this pass? Deep down the field, wide open Bryce Yates. Touchdown saving tackle by Parker, but Catholic would be able to punch it in. Abram Smiley finding his way, battling across the goal line to get it in for the Crusaders. Gulf Breeze, though, they found some offense as well. We expected a big game from Dittmer. He's been okay today. Dittmer hasn't exactly lit it up on the ground, but this big play from Dalen Kelly. He got space, and nobody was going to catch him. Big touchdown play there for Dalen Kelly, showing off the legs a little bit, something we didn't necessarily expect. Well, we'll hear from the Catholic head coach, Matt Adams, coming up after the break. Right now, it's the Dolphins up by 3. Tom Thumb, Friday Night Rivals, Gulf Breeze.
Welcome back. I'm joined now by head coach of the Catholic Crusaders, Matt Adams. So, Matt, this is your first year coaching the team. What do you think of the guys so far and how they're playing?
They're playing very hard, very proud of our defense right now. They've done a great job. We just got to get rid of some offensive miscues.
All right, you're down by 2 points right now. What was the conversation like in the locker room?
Just to relax. I mean, it's a big game for both sides. There's a lot of emotions, and we just got to get rid of the mental mistakes.
All right, and what do you hope that they'll do in this second half of the game here?
Just have confidence in each other. Defense keep playing hard like they are. They've done a great job, and offense we need to get some drives going.
All right, thank you very much, Coach. We appreciate it. All right, guys, we'll set it up to you in the booth.
All right, thanks, Jacqueline. Great to hear from Matt Adams. And, yeah, he's got a lot to be happy about with the way his defense played tonight. We've got some teams that have played a lot better. I know it's just week 2 of the high school season. Catholic looks to be much improved this season. They've done a nice job, and they're really responding, it looks like, to Matt Adams in year 1. But there's some other schools around the area that have really performed so far in the early part of the season.
Yeah, you know, we had Tate and Choctaw last week. That was a pretty good game. Tate's a very good offense there. They're up.
I really didn't think that the score dictated really how well Choctaw played.
Absolutely not. The thing is, to open with Tate's already tough enough. And once again, we talked about last week, Choctaw's numbers are down, but those kids fought. I mean, that, like you said, the scoreboard didn't dictate that game. But right now, Tate's up on West Florida Tech, 22-20 in the third quarter. Navarre tied with Washington in the third quarter, 6-6.
And they were down 6-3 going into half.
Right. This same Navarre team that played Catholic last week, and if I'm not mistaken, put 52 points on Catholic's defense.
I mean, that's a team that really had an explosive offense, and we've learned today that Catholic has a really strong defense. So that's an accomplishment for that Navarre team.
Absolutely. And how about this? Pensacola, they've had a rough start here, but they're up 33-14 in the third quarter right now over Pace. So Pensacola really showing out today.
Washington, as you mentioned, in that close game with Navarre, we've got PHS and Washington. That could shape up to be a pretty good matchup next week.
It could be. And how about, speaking of Choctaw, Choctaw and Milton tied 7 at the half, 7-7.
Wow. I think Choctaw, they're going to beat some people this year.
They really are. They play in a tough district, though.
Very tough. I think they're going to get a couple of surprise wins at some point in their schedule. So there you go. Next week we'll be at Washington High School for PHS Washington.
Should be a fun one.
Yeah, looking forward to it. All right, we're ready for the second half. Bryce Horton set to kick it deep for the Crusaders. Dittmer back deep for Gulf Breeze. They try to get it in his hands on the returns when they can. Of course, Catholic wants to stay away from a short kick. Catholic trying to get it back. The ball's loose. It'll be Gulf Breeze football to start the second half.
If you're Gulf Breeze on the return team right there, that's a scary feeling when that ball hangs in the air and you got those big guys running full speed at you.
That's by design to try to get the football back, and it was pretty well executed too.
Yeah, that was a great kick, no doubt.
Gulf Breeze just got it out of bounds, so that's one of the keys there. You don't necessarily need to catch it. Jake Molina ended up downing it out of bounds, but if you just get it out of bounds,
right,
you keep the football. So here we go. It is 1st and 10. The Dolphins on offense for the first time in the second half. Dalen Kelly.
We got 4 wide right here.
He does have one man in the backfield, though. High snap over his head. Kelly falls on the football. It's still out. Gulf Breeze covers it to the 21. Dittmer able to get back there. Kelly couldn't get a hold of it. Good looking out there by Tyler Dittmer.
Great heads-up play right there. Catholic, man, they had their chance right there and just missed it.
A huge loss of 20 yards, officially 19 to the 21. They're trying to air it out. It's lobbed up and incomplete. Spencer Segal was the target. His opposite number, Tykes Hessel, though, getting up to wrestle it away and force the incompletion.
Yep, tell you what, Hessel made a great play right there, fighting that ball away. Man, that was awesome.
29 for the Dolphins.
The way that ball hung up, you thought it may be intercepted.
Right.
Incomplete, though. 3rd down and miles to go for the Dolphins.
See if they just run it right here.
Try to play the field position game.
Absolutely.
They fake the run, or they fake the give. Kelly keeps it himself and really chews up a pretty good chunk of yards. 9 on the play to the 29-yard line for Dalen Kelly.
That defensive line, I don't know if you saw it at home. Boy, they just picked up Kelly right there and toted him backwards. Kelly, not a big guy. He's a tough runner, though.
5'10", 161-pound junior. It's his first year at the helm. It has been a learning process for Dalen Kelly this year. Of course, Bobby Clayton was a quarterback, and you know, at times he's kind of had the same expectations on Dalen Kelly that he had on Tyler Phelps from a year ago, and he realizes, you know, that's just not fair. Low punt, but it lands the 50 and bounces for days inside the 30. What a Gulf Breeze bounce to the 27-yard line.
Like Jacoby Jackson almost got too greedy there, just hanging around, ball almost kicked off of him. Boy, that would have been tragic for Catholic.
Talk about flipping the field. Looked like Catholic should get pretty good field position, but there's that big roll. Catholic will have it back at their 27.
Yeah, not the textbook punt you look for, but hey, doesn't matter as long as it works.
It's effective. It's a results game, you know?
Absolutely. He meant to do that.
Oh, yeah. That's how he drew it up. Foley back at quarterback. Foley hands it off. Abrams Smiley looking for somewhere to go up the middle. He gets to the 27-yard line.
And there's the misdirection. Catholic going with the misdirection quite a bit here now after it worked early in the first half. But it looks like Gulf Breeze is standing tall with it.
They only got a yard, so it's 2nd down and 9. Catholic last week threw for 110 yards. Foley was 10 for 23 last week. He wants to throw here. Foley rolling out, throws deep down the right sideline. Incomplete. Catholic maybe looking for pass interference. Bryce Yates was the target, but good coverage from Landon Perry's on the outside.
The ball's a little underthrown. Then again, he may have meant to do that as he was covered really well by Landon Perry's, but Perry's doing a great job staying with the play right there. Great pass breakup.
Pretty well thrown ball. As you mentioned, a little bit underthrown. There was no pass interference there at all. Just great coverage from Perry's.
Just getting his paw in there and ripping it away from him.
He was on the offensive side of the ball last year was Perry's. He's still in the process of transitioning the defensive side. 3rd down and 9. Foley wants to throw, tries to escape the pressure, but he can't get away. He is wrapped up and wrestled to the ground by Rocky O'Rourke, the senior lineman.
How many times have we called O'Rourke's name tonight? He has been all over the field. Finally, it paid off there for him.
That's his first sack of the season. This is a guy that can play everywhere. You can find him on offense, defense. Now a starting defensive lineman in his senior year. Catholic forced to punt. Murphy standing at his own 3. A little pressure on the snap. It's a good one. And he got the punt away. It's going to land and take a Catholic bounce, but it's fielded at the 45-yard line. Dittmer with a return.
Wow.
Returns it to the Catholic 35.
Not only did he knock his own guy down, he knocked the Catholic guy as well. Just knocking everybody in his way. There's that bowling ball we heard Coach talking about.
That's exactly my thoughts. Great return for Dittmer. Gulf Breeze in good field position.
Get out of that man's way.
Fielded it
right here. Look at that.
He took 2 guys out there.
And, hey, his own guy's setting a block for him. Come on now.
Good return for Dittmer. About a 20-yard return. Gulf Breeze with the football. 1st down and 10 from the Catholic 35. Kelly under center for the first time tonight. Split backs. Couple of receivers. Fakes the handoff. Wants to option. Goes right. Has a seam. Into space to the 20. Wrestled down from behind at the 13-yard line. Great run for Kelly before Dunn tackled him.
Looks like Kelly's getting that confidence as a runner. After that touchdown earlier, he has really had some finesse right here. What a great job. What a great read right there.
22 yards he chews up on the ground. His second big run of the night. The Dolphins now in the Tom Thumb red zone at the 18-yard line. Actually, no, excuse me, they're at the 14. Kelly again under center. Different look again. Fakes the handoff. Options. Pitches it out. And Nate Herrick chased out of bounds.
Yeah, tough to run the option to the short side of the field right there. And, hey, sometimes it works, but yeah, it just kind of loaded those Catholic defenders right there in the box for him. Didn't work out.
2nd down and 10, no gain. 7:35 remaining. Kelly backs up out of the shotgun. He does have Dittmer in the backfield. Dittmer gets the carry, splits up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, Gulf Breeze. Pretty easy run for Dittmer.
Yeah, but look at the blocks by Deems Edlin, number 77, number 66, Matthew Hawkins. That was a great block right there, opening up that big gaping hole. Great job.
Straight up the middle. You and I could have run through that hole.
Oh, no doubt. Come on, give yourself more credit than that.
Oh, no, I know how I run.
You and me both.
Gulf Breeze stretching the lead. Trying to make it 10. They do. Spencer Worth doesn't miss on extra points. It's the Dolphins up 22-12 on the Crusaders. 7:17 left, third quarter. We're watching Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals on WFGX 35. Gulf Breeze with plenty to cheer about right now. They're up by 10, 22-12, 7:17 left. And let's check in again downstairs with Jacqueline. Just kidding. We'll try that again later. Sideline Reports brought to you by Mattress Outlet. Gulf Breeze getting it teed up. Spencer Worth ready to go. Garrett Foley and the Crusaders when the offense gets back out on the field now with some work to do. Down 2 scores. And Gulf Breeze giving the Catholic defense some different looks on that last series. Not much on the return. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Crusaders from the 33. Garrett Foley today, 5 of 14 through the air for 83 yards.
Not really what you're looking for to your quarterback, but to tell you what, he's made up for it with his legs today.
Crusaders, I'm sure, trying to get that aerial attack going here. Foley with plenty of targets to throw to, but he's really gone to Bryce Yates quite a bit today. He's got Abrams Smiley in the backfield. Looks to throw quickly out to the right side. Little bubble screen set up for Yates, but it's incomplete. Check in once again downstairs with Jacqueline for our Mattress Outlet Sideline Report.
Thank you, guys. I'm down here with Abby. She is a senior here at Gulf Breeze High School, and she actually plays for what we call the real football, soccer. But, Abby, you are, getting ready to play on the big stage here. So tell me, what's going on?
I'm doing a lot of training, obviously. We're starting high school workouts next week, so I'll be doing, every morning, Monday through Friday. I'm waking up 5:45 to 6 a.m., getting big, trying to get strong, trying to get fast, trying to get as ready as I can be until I get there. So, yeah.
Right. And you're a part of the Giant student section that's going on tonight. But you had said something to me a little bit earlier that kind of shocked me. This is the first time that your team, Gulf Breeze High School, has had an edge over Catholic on home field advantage.
Yes, ma'am. So I was informed earlier that the last time Gulf Breeze won at their home stadium, it was when I was in 1st grade. So now I'm a senior. That's kind of crazy. And Doug Baldwin was actually a senior, too. So, now he's a big name. But it's really exciting. This might be our first home win in a while.
All right, perfect. Thank you so very much, Abby, for joining me down here. And good luck to your team. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot. Rolling out right side. Foley wants to throw. Last pass was almost intercepted. This one thrown behind Jacoby Jackson. Incomplete.
Doug Baldwin.
How
about that? Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl. A lot of people don't understand or remember he's from Gulf Breeze.
Yes.
Great player here.
Of course, his family still lives here, so.
Great place to live.
His dad ran for office. I think sheriff, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, the sheriff. A year or two ago.
Really a great
lost
family.
track of all the time, so it could have been 5 years ago. I think it was last year. Catholic now to punt. 3 and out. Pressure coming. The punt is away, but it's short. Out of bounds. We'll see where they spot this. I think it went out at about the 48-yard line, but we'll see where they put it. This is a process I've never really understood. I couldn't tell you how that works.
Not real sure if he's just supposed to walk off an extra 5 yards and come back. Hey, I'd rather him do it than me.
There you go. Yeah,
they got the tough job.
I don't want that role.
No. Nobody likes you down there.
No. Great job by a crew tonight from the Miracle Strip Officials Association. Gulf Breeze now trying to score on back-to-back possessions. They lead it by 10, 6:45 remaining, third quarter. There's our officials. Mark Humphreys, the white hat tonight. Turner, Spates, Robinson, Brennan, Huggins also making up the crew tonight here in Gulf Breeze.
Well, if you're Gulf Breeze, you score right here. That could be the game, the way things have looked.
Yeah, especially the way their defenses look. Bobby Clayton, understandably, very happy with the way his defenses looked. But he's an offensive mind, so he wants to see the offense get cranked up. Quick score. He likes quick scores on the last series.
Right, and as an offensive coach, it really perks you up whenever you only give up 12 points on defense as well.
First down and 10 coming up for Gulf Breeze from their own 49-yard line. Kelly's backed up out of the shotgun, was under center a little bit for the first time in this game. Their last series, hands it off. Dittmer sheds one tackle, tries to slip by another before he's finished off by Christian Murphy, the junior.
That's about as tough as a 2-yard run can get right there.
Jackson tossing some T-shirts into the brightly colored student section.
There's that arm again.
Yep. Is that the fluorescent yellows? And that reminds me of the 90s.
Let me see if she can throw one all the way up here.
Could go for one of those shirts. They look comfy. Second down after a short pickup of about 2. 2nd and 8. The ball comes out. It's loose. Catholic trying to get it. And the Crusaders scoop it up. Kelly couldn't get a handle on it. The Crusaders have it. A flag comes in after the play.
I don't know if he thought somebody was back there to pitch to. It almost looked like he thought somebody was back there, but looks like he's hurt. I sure hope he's okay.
Yep, he sure did. He thought there was an option, and there was nobody back there.
Looks like we might have seen number 70 push number 13 in the back right there. I wonder if that's the penalty.
Kelly really in some pain as he leaves the field. The junior quarterback of the Dolphins, that's a scary sight, not putting any weight on that left leg as he's helped off the field. Dalen Kelly, 5'10", 161-pound junior. First-year starter for Bobby Clayton. He's come a long ways in a short period of time for the Dolphins, but they'll bring him to the sideline. And
that's a shame. Kelly's had a great game. He's a tough kid. You hate to see this anytime anybody gets injured. And we might get to see Cooper Harris at quarterback.
We've seen him at receiver tonight. I'll probably see him at quarterback. Hopefully they'll take a closer look and really hope that Kelly's going to be okay tonight. First down and 10. 39-yard line.
You got a new quarterback.
They will run with it. And pitch.
Got a flag on the other side of the field.
Trez Rawls, we've seen him at quarterback a couple of times tonight. Back in there again and gives them some running options. And
how about the hit at Nate Herrick right there? Great tackle. All for naught.
They'll wave it off, though. Second down coming up.
Looks like Foley comes back in at quarterback.
Loss of a yard, second down, and now Foley, as you mentioned, back in there. Catholic just trying to give that Gulf Breeze defense a few different looks. Trying to find a combination that works. They air it out deep down the right side, underthrown, almost intercepted, but the pass falls incomplete.
It looked like he had Yates wide open running down the field and just underthrew the ball.
London Perry's again getting his hand on the football. Walter Yates out there as well. He had him if he got a little more juice on the throw.
Yep. Wide open. You want to have that one back if you're Catholic.
So now it's 3rd and 11 from the 40-yard line. With 5 minutes left in the third quarter, Catholic really wants to get some points on the board and get it back to a one-possession game. Foley to throw with time. Slides in the pocket, steps up, throws all by himself. Darius Gideon, touchdown, Crusaders.
Nate Herrick probably would have had a pick right there had he stayed on his feet. Fell down, and there's a touchdown for Gideon.
40-yard strike. Yep, Herrick tripped over about the 10-yard line. Got turned around and couldn't keep his footing.
You know what they say, the toughest ball to catch is the one when you're standing there all alone by yourself. So great job by Darius Gideon right there.
And you know that you've got nothing but open field in front of you. It's so easy to run before you get a hold of it.
It's a mental game, no doubt.
Horton for the point after. He missed the last try. This one straight through. The extra point is good. Catholic with the answer, taking advantage of the Gulf Breeze turnover. Back to a 3-point game. 4:53 to go. Third quarter. This is Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals on WFGX 35. Well, that's a good sign for Gulf Breeze. Dalen Kelly was helped off the field after pitching to no one the last series for the Dolphins. Now he's walking around looking quite a bit better, so that's a good sign. I think he's getting ready to, well, he's still walking around pretty gingerly trying to shake some feeling back into that ankle. Catholic with the score, back to a 3-point game, under 5 to go in the third quarter. With a short kick, it's loose, and the Crusaders have it back. It worked to perfection.
Wow. We give a lot of credit to Bryce Yates, but how about the kicker right here? Bryce Horton, great job. That is textbook.
Gulf Breeze trying to say that it should be theirs. But I think their contention was he was hit before the ball touched him.
Right.
It had gone 10 yards, though, so it was a free game. It was a free ball.
I'm wondering if they thought he jumped up in the air and touched it. Of course, jumping up like that, I don't know personally why you don't fair catch it.
Right.
But in that moment, that's tough. It's easy for me to stay up here in the booth.
Yeah.
On the field, when you got 4 or 5 guys bearing down on you, it's a tough job.
First down and 10, Catholic with some momentum right now. The handoff to the outside. Smiley cuts up field, and he barrels close to the 40-yard line. Stopped to the 41 before he was stuffed.
Looks like there's 2 Gulf Breeze guys down.
Different parts of the field, too. That's Reese Parker. And also slow to get up was Walter Yates. Both names we've said quite a bit today for the Dolphins. Parker really in some pain as he's helped off the field.
It looks like Yates is going to be okay.
And he's moving around under his own power now, but Parker really in some pain as he's helped off to the sideline, not putting much weight at all on that right leg. He's kind of just dragging it along.
You talk about Parker, another guy for Gulf Breeze. It's just been all over the field all night long. I hope they can get him back quick.
6-yard pickup on first down for Catholic. Second down and 4 to go. 3-point game. 4:36 remaining in the third quarter. Everything we could have hoped for out of this game.
Absolutely.
Foley's out of the shotgun. He's got 3 wide. Now he splits Smiley out to the left. That might be Jackson. It is. Pocket collapsing. Jackson catches the first down reception, but then goes backwards. Where he caught it was about the 35, but he curled back in. And he's going to be stopped about a yard short of the first down, maybe 2.
Nate Herrick, once again, another name we've called all night long, just making another good play. Well, he kind of rolled his ankle there. We hope he's all right. Yeah, you normally want to go north and south on these, but look at that play. Great shoestring tackle right there.
Third down, 2 to go for the first down. Jackson's out to the right side now. Foley gives it to Smiley, trying to find room to the outside. A flag flies as he's hit for a loss. Back to the 40.
So we might have a holding call right here. Yep, indeed we do.
Now the question is, do you take the hold or do you take the result of the play, which would have been 4th down? You take the hold, they get another chance on 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and about 7. Actually, no, it'd be 3rd and 12. Or more. 3rd and 13 as they take the hold, and it's back at the 50.
Yeah, you got to take it there for the sole fact of as big as Catholic has been in the running game lately, they can get 3 yards,
right?
No doubt.
And you're in that area, too, where you're probably going to go for it.
Oh, no doubt. And the thing is here, you're probably forcing Catholic to probably put the ball in the air. So it would be interesting if that plays to Gulf Breeze's favor or not.
3rd down. 14 yards. Timeout on the field. It is a 3-point lead for the Dolphins. It was a 3-point lead at the half. Stick around after the game. Coming up, we'll have our play and player of the game. Our play of the game is brought to you by Baker Metalworks and Supply. 3 locations: Baker, Fountain, Florida, just north of Panama City, and Troy, Alabama. Baker Metalworks and Supply is your metal roof headquarters. Also, our Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram player of the game, Hill Kelly in Car City, 6171 Pensacola Boulevard. Miles Bentley, former teacher, certainly understands the value of education. That's why they are proud to partner with Friday Night Rivals this year. 3:23 to go, 3rd quarter. Back to pass, Foley. Incomplete. They'll be forced to punt. Gulf Breeze turned it over on back-to-back possessions. The first one, Catholic found the end zone. Gulf Breeze with a big defensive stop after the most recent.
Yeah, and really what shot Catholic in the foot right there was that holding call on 3rd and short. But I guess, we'll just have to see what they come out with right here. Gulf Breeze standing tall, though. Got to give credit to him.
Christian Murphy's done a great job punting today for Catholic.
He's had some pressure come off the end, but it didn't seem to faze him very much.
Dittmer and Herrick are deep to return for Gulf Breeze, standing at the 15-yard line. Yes, he's been under a lot of pressure tonight, but he gets the punt away every time. This time, not as much pressure. Beautiful punt. Dittmer will make the catch at the 13 and has a return set up. Out to the 30-yard line before he's dragged down. And it was Jacoby Jackson to bring him down, and now Gulf Breeze will have it 1st and 10, trying to take care of the football in this possession.
And while we got a second, we got an update on a couple scores here. West Florida Tech 41, Tate 22 in the 4th quarter.
Wow.
We also have Navarre, kind of what we thought was going to happen, 20, Washington 6 in the 4th quarter as well. And then Pensacola High School 40, Pace 14. All those games are in the 4th quarter right now. How about West Florida Tech?
We're going to have some great games on Friday Night Rivals this year.
It's going to be fun.
A lot of teams much improved this season. 1st and 10, Gulf Breeze from the 31-yard line. The Dolphins leading by 3 with 3:05 remaining. The handoff straight up the gut, and now he breaks free. Cross midfield to the 30. Dittmer stumbling his way down to the 15-yard line.
Wow, and as Chris Berman would say, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. There it is right there. There's the bowling ball we've been looking for. Great run right there. That's a determined kid right there.
Well, it looked like he was stuffed, and then he came out of the pile and broke free. And then it was off to the races. That little cutback to the inside, maybe what kept him from finding the end zone and allowed Jalen Drayton to catch him. 1st down and 10 after the huge play of 54 yards. Dittmer gets it again right after that. Doesn't need to catch his breath. Just keep running.
This might get that kid some water.
That's in the NFL. He's over to the sideline. He's got the oxygen tank going.
Oh, yeah.
Here, let's give it to him again. Second down and 8.
That's high school football.
Dittmer up the middle, again moves the pile inside the 10 to the 6-yard line.
After Gulf Breeze, just keep pounding that defensive line. They are open, the offensive line is opening wide holes for this guy. And, hey, you got a kid like Dittmer that's tough enough, keep feeding it to him.
Kind of feels like he's running on momentum now.
Yeah, that adrenaline's pumping, there's no doubt.
Minute 50 to go, third quarter.
You can bet he's not coming out when he's near the goal line.
No shot. Dalen Kelly came out of the game earlier with an injury in this quarter. They've got a timeout on the field. Catholic wanting to take a break with a minute 43 left in the third quarter. And right now it's the Dolphins leading it 22-19 in what has been a thrilling game. Gulf Breeze has had some big plays. Tyler Dittmer breaking free. They had a scoop and score on defense that got him on the board. It was the first points of the game. Catholic at times has looked outstanding offensively. Other times the offense has sputtered, but this one the big play for Dittmer.
Yeah, you know, for Dittmer, he's been hit or miss lately, but this is kind of what we expected out of him, and Catholic just kind of looks like they're gassed on defense at this point.
I think that's a big reason why Matt Adams called that timeout there.
Yeah, very smart on his part, because that Gulf Breeze offensive line was just pushing those guys out of the way.
Minute 43 to go. Third quarter. 22-19, third down and 1 coming up for Gulf Breeze. The ball is resting at the 6-yard line.
It's a big play for Catholic's defense if they can make a stop here. Maybe force a field goal.
Kelly's out of the shotgun. Dittmer, the lone setback again. Dittmer hit, and the ball comes out. Catholic going the other way, down the sideline, across midfield, inside the 30. Touchdown, Crusaders! Christian Murphy.
No flags, no flags. Wow, I cannot believe that.
95 yards for Christian Murphy.
Talk about a turn of events right there. If you're Gulf Breeze, you are absolutely heartbroken on that. Looks like you're fixing to go in the end zone here in a minute. And Catholic just comes up with a great hit, picks the ball up, and takes it 95 yards. Wow.
Dittmer does such a great job of taking care of the football. Just a strip from the Crusaders, and the ball came out, and away they went.
How about that hit that Dittmer just took? I think Catholic was set on Dittmer on that one.
Now the Crusaders will go for the point after. They're going nuts across the way.
This is what we came here for.
The kick, no good.
Stay a 3-point game.
It's Catholic up by 3. 25-22 with a minute 25 to go in the third quarter. Got a fun finish set up for you from Gulf Breeze. Dittmer had it knocked out of his hands, and Christian Murphy scooped it up. Huge hit. And then Murphy was gone. Nobody was going to catch him. Still didn't get a good look at who put the hit on Dittmer, but a guy that really takes good care of the football. It was just the perfect hit to knock that out. And Murphy actually advanced it a little more than 95 yards. He actually picked it up at about the 3. I believe it was Jake Weldon, it was Tadarius Dunn that put the hit on Dittmer that knocked that free.
Wow.
So Dunn, the junior, with the huge hit. See? Boom, there it was. Oh, actually, no.
17.
Yeah, it was Patrick Richardson that knocked it out. Wow, big-time hit. Well,
Coach did say he's quarterback of the defense.
He did.
You don't see quarterbacks make hits like that often.
Well, we might have a new candidate for our Baker Metalworks and Supply Play of the Game. Well, Dittmer's a guy that can take some hits. He'll be right back out there now in the backfield. First and 10, Gulf Breeze from the 35-yard line. Dittmer gets it right back. Dittmer tries to go to the outside. Gets a couple of yards on first down.
Yeah, but on a play like that, looks like we're going to be stopped for about a 2-yard loss. A couple yards is a great run by Dittmer right there.
Well, and you just want to get it back in his hands.
Absolutely.
We talked about it earlier. When Catholic had the fumble, and Gulf Breeze took it in for the touchdown. You want to get it right back in your playmaker's hands because it gives them a chance to put that play out of their mind and move forward.
And a kid like Dittmer, hey, he wants the ball every single snap.
Second down and 8. Kelly out to the left, completes it. Drayton on the tackle after that pass was completed to Daniel Brayton on the outside.
A great pitch and catch right there. Now you got about a 3rd and 5.
15 seconds left. 3rd down and 5 coming up for Gulf Breeze. They're not going to get another playoff before we head to the 4th quarter. Gulf Breeze went into the half up by 3. They head to the 4th quarter down by 3. 25-22. Catholic leading the thriller on Tom Thumb. Friday Night Rivals from Dolphin Stadium.
There he is, roaming the stands. He's pretty happy right now.
He is. His mood's changed. You wouldn't know based on his facial expression, but he's pretty stoic. He's a stoic crusader. Dittmer tries to find the edge, turns it upfield, has the first down. Dittmer across midfield before he's wrestled down at the Catholic 45-yard line.
Once again, give the ball to Dittmer. Let this kid do what he does best and run that football hard.
A powerful runner. We're really starting to see him get into space now and create some big-time plays offensively as he starts to rip off big yards. First down and 10. The 44-yard line. Dittmer again, nothing fancy here, just puts his head down and runs up the middle and gets 4 yards on the play. Some players went flying after the whistle, so maybe looking for a penalty there. There is none. Second down, 6 coming up for Gulf Breeze. They'll spot it at the 41-yard line, so give them 3 yards.
If you're Catholic, you're going to have to bring a couple extra people in the box right here and stop Dittmer. Running with authority right now.
They fake the give to Dittmer. Kelly keeps it, puts his head down. Got a yard to the 40. 3rd down coming up.
And I don't know how much Kelly, I know he's a competitor, but you got to be careful if you're coach over there. Kelly's still got that ankle. Looks like it's pretty shaken up, but
yeah, he still doesn't look quite 100%, does he?
No, but he's a gamer. He'll be fine.
It may hurt a little bit right now. It'll be it's going to hurt a lot more tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely. You know, Dittmer's just saying, hey, just give me the ball and let me go with it right here.
3rd down, 5, Gulf Breeze from the 40. Somebody left way early on the far side. A huge jump along the right side. Spencer Segal left early. So now it'll be 3rd down and 11 coming up for Gulf Breeze. That's a costly mistake, especially when the ball wasn't going that way.
Right. That's the old, was it the Canadian Football League? They get the head start? That's what that looked like
arena
right
ball, I think. You get the head start in arena ball. I don't know if it applies in the Canadian rules as well. I understand you do get the head start in Canadian football also, so there you go. You're right.
Man.
I'm not really well versed, I must say, on Canadian football. I've watched maybe a game in total. Kelly out of the shotgun under pressure, dumps it off underneath. There's Segal. He left early. Segal into the secondary to the 10, wrestled down at the 10-yard line. Spencer Segal left early pushed the Dolphins back 5 and now picks up huge yardage on 3rd down and 11.
No better way to make up for a penalty in Coach's eyes and get on his good side than make a catch like that and a big run. I think Coach forgot about his penalty till we watched some film this weekend.
35 yards before he was saved from the end zone by Jalen Drayton. 1st down and goal for the Dolphins inside the Tom Thumb red zone from the 9.
We got split backs right here. Let's see if they give it to Dittmer up the middle.
Segal and Brayton to the outside, but they keep it on the ground. This time Kelly just keeps it. Maybe a couple of yards for Kelly. To the 7.
Yeah, Catholic doing a really great job of honing in on Dittmer right there, making sure he didn't get the pitch.
Gain of 2, 2nd and goal from the 7.
Herrick and Dittmer, the split backs. Kelly again under center. They pitch it. Herrick makes a move. Herrick diving to the goal line, and he's short to the 2.
What, if Kelly would have hit him in stride right there, Herrick may be in the end zone. We got 6 points for the Dolphins. But I tell you what, he had a great move right there to break a tackle or miss a tackle. Almost scored right there. Great job by Herrick. Offense, defense, this kid does it all.
Great option. They kind of fell asleep. 3rd down and goal from the 2 for the Dolphins.
Last time we had a 3rd down goal for the Dolphins, remember what happened, that big 97-yard return. Let's see what happens here.
Dittmer and Herrick. They motion Segal. And up the middle, Herrick dives. The ball comes out, but they're going to say he was down at the goal line. Herrick, that ball popped out for a moment, but he's down at about the inch line.
Yeah, I think the ground caused the fumble there, and ground can't cause a fumble. So look at Herrick just reaching out, trying to give everything he's got.
He's really close to the goal line there.
Wonder if they don't do a sneak right here if you're Gulf Breeze being that close.
4th down and goal. Inside the 1.
If you're Gulf Breeze, I don't know if you really want to try to hand the ball off to Dittmer and something happen right there at the line. Me personally would just go with a quarterback sneak when you're that close. This line has done a really great job tonight.
Bobby Clayton wants to talk it over, though, with his Dolphins. Catholic clinging to a 3-point lead with inside of 7 minutes to go, 4th quarter. Here on Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals on WFGX. A great one tonight. Next week, with the scores we've seen around the area tonight, that PHS Washington game is setting up to be a pretty fun one next week.
Oh, without a doubt. You know, once again, we got West Florida Tech 41, Tate 28 still in the 4th quarter. Navarre pulling away from Washington 27-6. But I tell you what, Washington hung in there pretty tight for most of the game. Pace, Pensacola 40, Pace 14. Milton pulling away from Choctaw right now, 20-7. Niceville, we have a final in Niceville as they played Eastridge out of Clermont, Florida, 49-13.
Coming up, we've got a lot to try to digest for our Baker Metalworks play of the game, plus our Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram player of the game. A lot of candidates for both.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one.
I mean, even if Catholic gets a stop here, that's got a chance to be the play of the game.
Without a doubt. Listen to this Gulf Breeze crowd getting into this goal line right here. Let's do this.
4th and goal from the inch. They do hand it off. Dittmer up the middle. He's in. Touchdown, Dolphins.
And how do you know that? Tyler Dittmer, great run right there. Who else would you give it to? Give it to the bowling ball when you're 6 inches away. Great job right there by that O-line as well. And so Darius Dunn with the hit, but he just couldn't stop Dittmer. His low center of gravity right there. He just hung on as Dittmer falls in the end zone.
Touchdown And now they'll go for the point after. This just makes it a 2-possession game where a field goal won't tie it. The Dolphins back on top by 4, 29-25, and a thriller on Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals from Gulf Breeze on WFGX 35. Well, Tyler Dittmer didn't have a whole lot of offense through the first half. Different story, though, for him in the third quarter. After 26 yards in the first half, about 83 yards in the third quarter alone for Dittmer. Finds the end zone for a second time tonight. A couple of touchdowns for him, and he is making a strong bid to be our Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram player of the game if Gulf Breeze to hang on. They're up by 4 now with under 7 to go. Catholic trying to set up a return along the outside far sideline, but not much. Still not terrible starting position for Catholic. We've seen both teams very capable of moving the ball down the field. Oh,
I just don't know what we're going to see next.
You don't.
We've seen a little bit of everything tonight.
That's what makes this whole thing pretty fun.
Absolutely.
That's why we watch sports. There's your Comfort Dental Care fan cam.
Speaking of sports, how about the opening weekend of college football?
Yeah.
The true opening weekend.
We have some good ones tomorrow. That Alabama-Florida State game. You'll learn a lot about both of those teams pretty quick. That'll be on WEAR. There's room up the middle, close to a first down on the ground with Smiley. He's got the first down to the 45. Abram Smiley just straight up the gut.
Bringing a little bit of thunder here in the fourth quarter.
First down and 10, Catholic from the 45. Foley's out of the shotgun, 4 wide. Smiley in the backfield, wants to throw. Quick screen out to the right side. It's complete to Jacoby Jackson. Trying to find a little space, though. Gets a block. Springs him free across into Gulf Breeze territory before he's chased out of bounds inside the 40.
That's one that will make you pull your hair out as a coach, and then he comes through for you. Oh, my goodness. You always want a kid to go east and west, but all that dancing paid off. Looked like he was in ballet class.
He'll take it. He got a block, too. Take a look at the block that he gets that kind of springs him a little bit. I'm not sure if Jalen Fortune's block was entirely legal, but nonetheless, we've got a timeout on the field. It'll be Catholic's football, first down and 10 from the Gulf Breeze 40-yard line. But let's check in once again downstairs with Jacqueline Kovac for another Mattress Outlet sideline report.
All right, thank you very much. So we've had a lot of noise over here on the Gulf Breeze side of this game. And you know what? Part of that noise has been this guy. This is called the Scream Machine. And Jackson and Jacob here have been driving this machine up and down the side of the field. And you know what? I was just told a very interesting story about this. This was created, now not this one exactly, but this was created by Coach Corby Newman back in the 70s when he was coaching Gulf Breeze football. They stopped using it after he retired in the 90s. But you know what? The new athletic director, when he started about 2 years ago, he discovered this in a storage facility and decided to, revamp it. And now Gulf Breeze has had the Scream Machine for the last 2 seasons. And these guys have really enjoyed it, all thanks to Matt All. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Jacqueline. Yeah, that thing's pretty nifty.
Oh, yeah.
Abram Smiley up the middle, chews up big yards. He rips off a run of about 15 yards to the 23.
Yeah, it's a great run by him, but we just got to give that credit to that big O line up front, really starting to make their presence felt again.
17 officially for Smiley.
Look at those guys. When you get your offensive lineman to block at the second level, that's when you're having a good night, and that's a great block by them.
5:45, the clock rolls, fourth quarter. Catholic trying to answer. Smiley again up the middle. This time that hole fills up, but Smiley's still able to get about 3 yards to the 20.
That D-line clogged the hole that time. They weren't going to have it 3 times in a row. If you're Gulf Breeze, you almost want to try to eat as much as this clock as you can. Or maybe make this the last possession depending on how this goes. You don't want to get back to Gulf Breeze the way they've been on offense lately.
Yeah. Catholic is doing that. They're trying to use as much of the play clock as they can.
If you're Gulf Breeze, you just got to stack the box right here, prevent that run up the middle.
Smiley tries to get to the outside, but he's hit for a loss. Back to the 22-yard line. 3rd and 10 coming up. Noah Young getting in there once again to make the hit.
Hadn't called Noah Young's name too much tonight, but he's making the play when it counts right there. Got a 3rd and long in the situation. But if you're Catholic, it's 4-down territory regardless at this point of the game with 4.5 minutes left.
3rd down and 9 coming up for the Crusaders. Back at the 22-yard line. Foley backs up out of the shotgun with 3 wide to the left. Smiley, the lone setback. Flags fly. Ball start. Somebody moved early.
Looked like 32 right there. Lifted up. Didn't know really what was going on. Just a lot of confusion there on the Catholic offensive line.
C.J. Davis. Now it's 3rd down
33.
and 14.
I'm sorry, it's 33. Jay Peterson.
There you go, Jay Peterson.
That's not it's not a trip to the sideline you want to make in this situation.
No, that's not going to be cordial. Speaking of going to the sideline, Abram Smiley to the sideline as well. They empty the backfield, 5 wide. Foley looking with time. Foley, the pocket collapses. It's lobbed up and caught. Battling his way to the goal line, Jacoby Jackson has the 1st down. He came back and got that. It was just fluttering in no man's land in the middle of the field, and Jacoby Jackson able to haul it in.
And Foley gets hit right here as we watch, as he's scrambling around trying to find somebody. Hit right there, and right place, right time.
22 yards for the Catholic 1st down. Back into the Tom Thumb red zone. 1st down and goal from the 4. Smiley. The ball comes out. Gulf Breeze has it going the other way. To the 30. Across midfield. Down the sideline. Nate Herrick goes the distance. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Absolutely incredible. Nate Herrick, what a game he's played. And I tell you what, no better play than right there. 3:14 left in the game. What a return.
99 yards for Herrick.
Looks like Smiley may have it almost to the end zone. He just fumbles it. And Herrick, once again, right place, right time. Gulf Breeze touchdown.
Deja vu. It's exactly what we saw on the other side, just the uniforms are reversed.
Absolutely. You sometimes don't see this in a year happen twice, period, much less in the same game.
One of them went probably 97 yards officially on Dittmer's fumble, and now it's Smiley's fumble that goes 99 the other way.
I tell you what, he looks tired, but he'll take it.
The point after is good. There is a flag down.
Somebody get Herrick some Gatorade after that. Let's go. Don't give him that water. Get him the Gatorade.
My goodness. What a ball game tonight from Gulf Breeze.
Wow, absolutely incredible. That's everybody's favorite Dolphin right now.
Cue up that siren again. What was it called? The noise machine?
The scream machine?
Scream machine, that's the one, yeah. Cue it up.
I think they caught the scream machine off guard.
The senior, a little winded.
There it is.
They're a little winded too.
Yeah, I imagine so.
An 11-point lead. The penalty will be assessed on the kickoff, so the extra point is still good.
You got to think that's the dagger right there.
That's tough to come back from, and a very dejected Catholic sideline on our Comfort Dental Care fan cam. Another look.
Wow.
The ball was spotted 35
Big hit there in the middle, and you get into those piles. Sometimes the ball can just kind of bounce off another body, and it breaks free.
Just don't know what to say to that. Just amazing. This game has been incredible.
.3:14 still left in the fourth quarter. It doesn't look good, but it ain't over.
No, absolutely not.
Remember, Catholic's already recovered one quasi-onside kick.
Right.
They got the pooch back.
If you're Catholic, you need a big return right here.
Well, they probably won't get one. Gulf Breeze is kicking off from the Catholic 45-yard line.
Oh, probably not.
Although they'll give him a chance from the 1. It's fumbled. Muff picked back up. Slips a tackle. Still on his feet. To the 12.
Well, not exactly where Catholic wanted to start this drive, but I guess we'll see what they got going on right here in offense. Not much you can do. You really can't run the football anymore, so that's out of the question. So you just got to line it up probably 5 wide for them and throw it around and see what happens.
Christian Murphy with the 11-yard return for Catholic. And now the Crusaders in a situation where they need to score quickly.
Right. Well, that's a long way to go to score quickly, so you need one big play right here for a big chunk.
Well, I think we know at least I think we know our finalist for our play of the game is tonight. Brought to you by Baker Metalworks and Supply. Stick around after the game for that. Back to pass. Foley looking to throw. Fires a bullet over the middle. It's incomplete. Smoked. Tremaine Bright took a huge hit over the middle.
And that was Herrick. After the big return, going back on an offense, it looks like he's shaking up.
Yeah,
and I would say so after that hit.
Huge hit.
He delivered a huge blow. We hope he's all right there.
Eric will go woozy to the sidelines. Another look. Our Bob Tyler Toyota replay. Herrick just breaking that free from Tremaine Bright. Foley to throw. Foley with the pocket collapsing is hit, and he is sacked. Really, Foley did a good job just to hold on, but Davis getting in there to finish him off for the sack.
The ball out the 6-yard line.
So now it is 3rd down and a long way to go. Foley hit in the end zone. He got rid of it, but there is a flag down. It's still going to be a safety. That'll be grounding in the end zone. Safety. And Gulf Breeze will survive at home.
Wow. How about the Gulf Breeze defense rising up right there?
A little gutsy to put pressure on the quarterback.
Oh, absolutely. It looked like we had Dylan Brayton and Jacob Tisdale both combining on the hit right there.
And that's a gutsy play because typically when you pressure the quarterback like that, somebody's open downfield, and that's what they're looking for is a downfield strike, so it leaves you susceptible.
Right, but when you're up by probably, was it 11, you can take those risks,
Right.
you know. In case you do give up a touchdown, you'll still get it back. Hey, what do we know?
38-25. 2:16 left in the game. The scream machine has lost its voice apparently. He's waiting for it again.
Yeah, I guess they're kind of expecting this. They're going to save it for next week, I reckon.
What a wild one tonight from Gulf Breeze High School. Boy, we thought this would be a fun one tonight. We were treated to a dandy.
It has not disappointed at all.
Unless you wear green and yellow. If you are a football fan, you have enjoyed watching this tonight.
And even if you're a Catholic fan, you still got to be proud of your boys playing tonight. They did a great job up here till right in the end. Just had a bad break.
They've really made some true progress, and you can tell they are right on the cusp of getting over the hump.
Yeah, there's a 3A team right here. Catholic's ranked number 11 in the state. They're going to be a tough 3A team to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, they're 3A. They're playing against a 6A Gulf Breeze team. They took them to the wire, and there's a good 6A team.
Oh, without a doubt.
This
is a great 6. Keep in mind they won 9 ball games last year. You don't win 9 ball games by accident.
9 games, and they won District 2 6A. First and 10, Gulf Breeze, 2:16. They'll have it at the Catholic 32. The attempt at the onside kick didn't go well. Meanwhile, Gulf Breeze is going to be up in Bratt next week. They will take on Northview. Pensacola Catholic will look ahead next week. Catholic will fall to 0-2 on the season, but it's been a difficult 0-2 because they've played 2 really good teams to this point. And while Kelly's out of the shotgun, they'll go to Choctaw next week.
That'll be a fun game.
Well, it will, and like we talked about, that's a Choctaw team that's now 0-2. But that's a good 0-2 team, so you've got both teams going in, I think, improved from where they were a year ago. Both will be looking for their first win. Something's got to give there. And I think whoever comes away on top in that game is really going to be taking a big step forward next week. Gulf Breeze milking the clock at this point. Just trying to get it to a point where they can just take a knee and hang on. Dalen Kelly hands it off. Dittmer. At this point, it's an encore for Dittmer.
Yeah. I mean, you got to be careful getting your back here in a situation. You don't have to have him out there. You don't want Dittmer getting hurt.
Dittmer had just 26 yards in the first half. Then he had 83 yards in the third quarter alone. We've got a timeout on the field.
Talk about taking it personal. Dittmer coming out, showing out.
Dittmer, 252 yards on 17 carries last year. The Pensacola News-Journal named him their player of the week tonight, 168 yards to this point. Dittmer with that huge week against Pascagoula.
Well, that's 168 tough yards against this Catholic defense, because Catholic defense is no slouch.
No, they played great defensively all night. It's just been the big plays that he's had. And he's had a few. He's run off a few big plays tonight.
He has. Dittmer's a guy that doesn't quit. He didn't go down easy.
There's so many options for the play of the game in a game like this tonight from Gulf Breeze, but I think we know what our Baker Metalworks play of the game's going to be at this point.
Oh, without a doubt.
Dittmer on the ground, barreling up the middle. And he is stopped at the 21. It's going to be really close to the first down on 3rd down and 4 there.
Still running extremely hard is Dittmer.
He's not going to let up. He only knows one speed.
He doesn't care about the score right now.
Nope. That'll move the chains, and that'll ice this one away. Gulf Breeze will be able to salt it away. They will improve to 2-0. Obviously proud of their district championship last year, but Bobby Clayton and his team, they know that their goal is much more than just a district title. They want to make a deep run in the state playoffs. A huge bounce-back campaign last year. A resurgence in the program. Dittmer again slips a tackle, sheds another one before he's finally tripped up at the 15.
Well, Gulf Breeze expects to win. This high school here is rich in tradition, rich in everything, every sport they've ever been. But I tell you what, they're not just trying to make it to the playoffs. They, like you said, they want a deep run. They want a state championship. And to these guys, they think, why not us?
Right. Back inside the Tom Thumb red zone. 2nd down, 4 coming up. 20 seconds left.
It's like Dittmer's a little aggravated there. I think he wanted that touchdown if he wouldn't have slipped. That's a competitor right there. There's the victory formation.
2-0, that's it. Gulf Breeze hangs on. They survive at home. They led most of the way. Catholic getting a huge turnover, took the lead briefly, but Gulf Breeze was quick to answer. And there they go. Look at the students racing out onto the field to celebrate.
On their neon colors. You can't miss them out here.
And Gulf Breeze celebrating a victory, something that they haven't done in a long time at home against Catholic. They've got reason to celebrate today.
They earned it, no doubt. Give credit to Catholic. They're no slouch coming in here. They fought hard at defense, offense. Everybody did a great job. Just a couple breaks, bad breaks for them. I'm sure Catholic will be ready next week.
Oh, they will. That's going to be a tough task against Catholic against Choctaw next week. Of course, Gulf Breeze will go up north in Northview. And so that's going to be a good matchup there. And then we've got Catholic again in a few weeks to take on PHS. So we'll see this Catholic squad again. And I think they're going to look a little different at that point.
Oh, no doubt. I can't wait to see how much they progress when we get to that point.
That's a couple of weeks away still, and a lot to be proud of. You know, the turnovers obviously burn a little bit. I think I said Gulf Breeze will play Northview and Bratt.
Right.
That's where Northview is. But so a lot to be happy about if you're Catholic. This stings a lot. I mean,
it does.
A costly turnover like that certainly burns, but you know you've made progress.
Yeah, in a back-and-forth game, I think that's what kills Catholic the most. You know, if Gulf Breeze is winning most of the game, it's a little bit different. But hey, I tell you, this Catholic team, they're gonna be tough in 3A without a doubt. I'd hate to see them down the road.
Yeah, they're going to be a good squad. Gulf Breeze just seems to keep getting better week to week as well. They were awfully good tonight. We're going to break, and we'll hear from Bobby Clayton when we come back. We've got a trophy presentation plus some hardware to hand out as well. All that coming up on our post-game show. Gulf Breeze hangs on Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals on WFGX 35. Gulf Breeze hangs on tonight. They survive at home. It's been a long time since Gulf Breeze has been able to celebrate a win over Catholic on their home field, but they do tonight. 38-25 your final on a thrilling night tonight on our Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals telecast tonight. Well, let's go ahead and name some post-game accolades, shall we? Some wild plays tonight, and there were plenty to choose from for our Baker Metalworks play of the game, but one stands above the rest, and that was the fumble by Abram Smiley. Catholic trying to punch it in at the end of the game, but it was picked up by Herrick, and it went the other way. Nate Herrick picked up the fumble from the one and took it 99 yards to the Gulf Breeze score, and that really kind of put it away for Gulf Breeze at that point.
I mean, all you can say is wow on that. That's just an effort play. Once again, started by the Gulf Breeze defensive line, coming in there and laying a hit on him. But I'll tell you, Smiley had a great game. It's unfortunate for the kid. You know he's going to be thinking about it all weekend until he gets the ball back in his hands next Friday. But, hey, great play by Herrick once again. Great game all night long.
Well, and our player of the game, presented by Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, is Tyler Dittmer. He had one of those. He was trying to get to the end zone for a touchdown. He coughed it up at about the 3, and it went the other way. But all is forgotten when you have 2 touchdowns, you carry the ball 19 times for 179 yards, and you have the big plays that he had tonight.
Yeah, with a kid like him, I mean, once he made the big fumble out there, what did Gulf Breeze do? They put it back in his hands, and can you blame him? I mean, look at the bowling ball go to work right here. Just incredible, tough run right here. What a great kid.
He had a run for over 50 yards tonight. I believe his longest was 54 on the evening. It was, and Dittmer with a huge ball game tonight. He is our Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram player of the game. Jacqueline Kovac is ready downstairs for another Mattress Outlet report from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Coach Bobby Clayton. Coach, this is a momentous night for sure. This is the first time that you guys have won at home against Catholic for many, many years. So tell me, how does it feel to finally have that win under your belt?
look around. It's like a party out here. These kids, man, they've worked their butts off for 2 years for me. And the community came out in full support tonight. The splash zone is second to none. Tell Brian Ahot's that. But those guys are number one, and they bring the intensity. And these kids play for this community. It's awesome.
You know, under you, your Dolphins are 2-0 against the Catholic Crusaders. So, you know, what do you have to say moving forward, at least for the rest of the season?
Man, enjoy this one tonight. We go back to work on Monday, even though it's a holiday for most. It ain't a holiday for the Dolphins. We'll be back at it lifting weights and getting ready for our next one.
And what do you think about having Friday night rivals here to catch this game and to present you with this lighter but pretty awesome looking trophy?
I couldn't be more excited, man. I love playing on TV. You guys are more than welcome to come to all of our ball games. Our kids play hard, and we won 2 of these last year, and this makes number 3, so keep showing back up so we can keep playing well.
You got it. Here you go, Coach. This is for you and for your team. Congratulations, and enjoy the rest of your season.
Thank you.
Thank you. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Jacqueline. What a fun one it was tonight. In the end, it's Gulf Breeze on top. 38-25 on our Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals tonight. A wild football game this evening from Gulf Breeze. We're at Washington High School next week, PHS Washington. That one should be a thriller as well. For Jeff Price, Jacqueline Kovac, Daniel Hemme, and our entire crew, this is Tommy Thrall saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next week on Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals on WFGX 35. Good night.